podcast. All right, so I guess let's do it. Well, yeah, welcome everybody. I am your dungeon master, Celeste Konowich.
I am your elven warlock, Brittany, playing Arnadel Ithil.
I'm Nassim, playing your human monk, Saya Noor.
And I'm Sage, and I am the infamous Cara Brynhilda.
It's your turn, Paul.
And I'm Paul Harpring, guest starring as a character yet to be named, or as Montgomery Smith, since it's already on the overlay.
If you're seeing it on the overlay. Yeah, we ruined the surprise, but you know what? It'll be great. All right, everybody. So, Paul, you're not going to be able to help us much with this, but recap time. What happened on last episode of Venture Maidens?
So much stuff.
Oh man, we finally figured out that riddle from the mysterious water goddess at her altar in the room that we had to partake.
The goblets.
Yes, the goblets in which we had to partake, to give, and to
Return.
what was it? What was the middle
to
one?
offer, right?
To offer and to give.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
no.
To return,
offer,
Return. Yes.
and give.
There
It
we go.
doesn't matter anymore.
We did it. It doesn't matter.
Did it.
We did.
Cara,
So, yeah.
Cara cut her hand, got a little boo-boo, and then we got a third key. And we found these tapestries, or not tapestries, panels that talked about like some story.
Yeah, but before we look at the panels closer, what happened?
I became super besties with a water weird, or a water creature.
It's okay. We all know it's a water weird. I've been talking about it on Twitter for like 2 weeks.
It was so cute. I'm probably going to want to think of a name for it later, or ask it on our way out if we come back this way.
I vote for Aquafina.
Oh, you should make a poll. Please make a poll.
Dasani.
Totally.
Dasani is way
Make a poll.
classier.
Sonny.
Yeah.
Evian is classy too.
No, yeah, I was gonna say it's
Evian.
I felt like, yeah, Evian's pretty nice. I like that one, but isn't that
It's
from
alright,
the
I
movie?
guess.
No, we should just call it smart water.
It was helpful water, and I love smart water.
So we did make
Aquapana.
friends with it, but we actually fought something too. What was that?
Method.
Oh yeah, Cara immediately ran in charging the battle and was like, fuck all this shit, I'm just gonna hit it because it's weird and I don't like it. So there are the little ice methods in there as well who were like assholes.
They were steamy.
Oh, there were steam methods,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, they
Saya got the shit
burned
burned out
the
of her.
shit out of her. Yeah. You had some second-degree burns.
Yeah.
And then Arnadel just did not want to engage whatsoever and, like, blasted that shit out of the way. And then had a nasty encounter with a nasty-ass door. That door was something else.
Yeah, you started getting pulled in.
That's right.
Yeah.
We almost lost you forever.
Oh, God, yeah. And my necklace was helping me out. Like, my little stone necklace was like, freaking out. I think that's the first time that I've interacted with my deity in, the real realm outside of our vision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
kind
so.
of intense. That's
Dendar
super-
was like, yo, listen.
I told you, enemy,
Yeah,
do
it's like-
not go.
Nah, bitch.
Bad touch.
Well, and then it became kind of emotional. It was really intense. That was an intense thing. And then we all decided to get the fuck out of that room after helping the water weird to point us in the right direction.
And that's when you looked at the panels, the bronze carved panels that were encrusted with jewels.
That depicted a fabulous and mythological scene of this watery heroine who was, like, the first one was that she was jumping out of...
First was the vast, just primordial sea when the earth was barren and had no people.
Ah, yes.
And then we took them down and saw another doorway, or like there were sounds coming out of.
Yeah, so the bronze panel that you ended up taking down was the scene of her triumphantly standing over the waves and, you know, all the people of the world bowing to her.
Worshipping her.
Yeah, and the weird had kind of helped you out and, like, pointed towards that one.
Wait, what was the other panel? Was there like some kind of invader from the heavens that?
So in the third panel, you had seen the kind of fish, kind of woman figure standing on the beach as these two lights fell from the sky, and the people all looked scared. And then in the fourth panel, she had been doing battle with a trident of some kind against these two strange sort of wayfish almost figures, and their eyes have been set with black obsidian stones.
Ooh, do they look like our dear friend, the bitchy sorcerer?
In fact, they do.
They're the same race. I hate them all already. The whole race sucks, just based on my one experience of her. I don't even remember her name. That's how much I hate her.
Isolde.
Isolde, that's right.
Arndel doesn't like her either.
Her people are the Eladrin, which you guys had made checks about before. They're a Fae-blooded people.
Yeah.
And they're actually the people who dominate most of the lands in this continent you've come to.
That's right. And that's who is the reigning monarch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Who the people
and they're anti. They
don't agree with.
Yeah, aren't they kind of like racist?
The people of Bastard's Breach were like, you kind of heard, the legends of they broke off basically from the plains. And you're not sure, you haven't made checks on like the whole story or gotten the whole thing, but Bastard's Breach is actually a little settlement that's away from Eladrin power, and for some reason they're allowed to exist and go by their own rules and have a ton of other races there, and there's not an Eladrin presence here.
I remember you saying that the Eladrin that rule the realm don't allow like humans or other races to have any kind of seats of power. And so that's why maybe I'm remembering incorrectly.
No, typically not. Most of the nobility, it's very, very, very rare you find a race outside of the Eladrin people.
Okay.
But other races are allowed to live in the cities and are given protection and rights under the law, but they're not holding, seats on parliament or anything.
Right.
So we went through the goddesses panel.
Mm-hmm.
Or we didn't really go through, but as soon as we took it down, we heard the noises of terror, basically. People being terrorized and thrown and attacked. And
screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had seen a short little hallway in front of you and a set of like these plain wooden doors, and all of this screaming and panic had come from the other side. Do you remember what one voice roaring above them all had screamed?
Where is Montgomery?
Yes.
If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right there. I found him.
I found him. He's on our live stream.
I see him.
I think the thing that was most concerning about the ending of that episode to me was that there were many screams. I remember you describing that very specifically. There were a lot of voices, and I'm like,
Many, many different voices and the sounds of swords and clashing and battle coming from beyond these doors. So right now you are standing in this completely dark little hallway that extends for about 10 feet in front of you. And as I said, there's these set of just plain wooden double doors, which isn't in keeping with the rest of this temple so far. All the doors have been really ornate and carved beautifully. And you do indeed hear the sounds of screaming and this demon roar over the din of it all, just screaming over and over again, "Where is Montgomery?" And then you hear and sounds of like splashing and clattering going on from behind these doors.
all right.
He doesn't really seem like an all-powerful knowledge demon if he doesn't know where he is. Like, really?
I know. I can't stand that fucker. Like, I got real mad at him. I'm like, "God, piece of shit. I want to burn his face."
All right, so you're standing in this hallway. What are you doing?
I want to run. I want to grab my whip. I still don't have it.
You go back and grab your whip from where the little corpse of the steam mephit was. And your little friend Dasani, or Smartwater, is just kind of, he's doing this thing, it's doing this thing where it's like squatting up and down, making its body like bigger and smaller, and kind of undulating. It looks a little bit afraid.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh.
And it sticks out a little hand made of water and waves farewell as you go charging off down this hallway.
Kara is boldly striding forth, shield aloft, with axe also highly risen.
Are you kicking open the door?
Fuck yeah, I am. Ooh, dude. Oh, even better. She pulls forth of herself the most intense battle cry, and her helmet glows a bright radiant color, and the door shatters into like a million splinters.
Jesus.
Yeah,
use the shatter spell.
As you give this roar, something within you is just like, yes! And you feel your helmet just like channeling this power as this blast of arcane energy comes out of your dwarven companion, and the doors just go flying off and like shattering into a bunch of pieces, and you see this scene of incredible chaos in front of you. If you all would like to pull up your maps, this is what we're walking into. Sorry, audience, we don't have a map for you. I will be posting it on Twitter. We will be referencing it, but trying to do our best to describe things for our audio-only audience, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes. We'll do our best.
All right, so you enter into this big room. So this room is 80 feet wide and 120 feet long. And you see it must have been at some point like a great reception hall or something. That's the feeling you get from it. There are these 8 stone columns that travel all the way from the floor to the ceiling. And the walls themselves, you're having a hard time seeing what color they are. There's a dim illumination in this room. It looks like there are 4 of these black iron-looking chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, traveling all the way to the set of floor-to-ceiling, huge blue glowing doors on the far end of this room. Mm. And all of these chandeliers are filled with this odd green and black purple sort of flickering light. It looks a lot like Arnadel would recognize it as fairy fire. So it's not like natural light, but it does cast a dim light around this room. And the room has been filled up by several of what looks like encampments of a sort. So there are like tents and lean-tos and tools that have been stationed around the room. And on the eastern side of the room, you see between 2 of these columns, there's actually this massive set of scaffolding that's been built. So it looks like somebody has constructed these wooden towers with all of these ladders, and it travels up to a giant hole in the ceiling that leading to some level above. So the room is about 20 feet tall, and that's just the not living things going on in this room. Filling around all of this is a scene of complete chaos. Standing in the center of this room is your old friend Bartleby, who you recognize now as this large, twisted black and gray form standing in the middle of all of these what look like laughably small creatures compared to him. And you see he actually picks up one of these things in his hand and just crushes it, and you hear a screaming sound and then this burst of light around his fist, and the thing is eviscerated. It just drops ash onto the ground. And so skirmished around him are a bunch of these, they're actually small humanoid creatures, and you're having a hard time seeing exactly what they look like because they wear these really deep black hoods and cloaks around all of them, but you see the flashing of blades and steel moving around. And as you kick open this door, the shards of it fall onto a group of 5 of these things that are directly in front of you.
All right. I didn't know you'd be there.
So can we go ahead and what's the damage for shatter? Did you get that?
No. I should look that up.
You should, since it's your power on your helmet.
Oh boy.
How giant is Bartleby? Like what's in feet? How tall?
He's a large creature.
Sage, it's 3d8 thunder damage.
Yep.
About
on a failed save.
Yeah. What's the save?
So That's a good question. What would be my save DM, as this is a magical item?
Oh, interesting.
What's your spellcasting ability?
It's gonna go. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
have
a 15.
Okay, cool.
It's charisma. You got charisma for days.
No, it's not charisma. It's the helmet. I forgot. That was my bad. This item is not in the Dungeon Master's Guide, but I can tell you what it does.
I'm gonna write that down in my treasure box next to shiny fucking helmet.
Great. Okay, so then that's a reflex save? Dex save?
It is a con save.
Ooh. Ellie.
Where are my d8s? There.
Alright.
Alright, so I rolled a total of 12 thunder damage.
Woo!
And...
Way to blast off.
And they are... Nope, okay, yep, that's it.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow. So you, kick open these doors, and just all of a sudden, these creatures were looking in utter panic at this demon in the center of the room that's just ruthlessly slaying a whole bunch of them. And then the doors come down, and kind of they're blown back, and they're staring like up at you, and then back at the demon, and then back at you. And super confused. Everybody's super confused. Those who can see you, there are groups of these all around the room. So there are actually 6 clusters of these groups of 5 spread out through the room. Some are in direct combat with the demon. It looks like one group of them is trying to run up the scaffolding just to get away and out through the hole. And then there's this group that's right in front of all of you. So we're going to go ahead and roll some initiatives.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Here we go, big battle.
I got a unnatural 20.
Nice.
Arnadale got a 14.
Okay.
I got an 8.
What did you get, Montgomery?
18.
Oh, and I have so many creatures to roll for.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna kill myself. This is real hard to DM this many NPCs.
Wait,
right.
Celeste, did you say that there are 5 or 6 groups of those?
There are
people?
6 groups of 5.
Cool. 6, there we go. Okay, 6 groups.
So on your little maps, all the things that are labeled you. Oh, I know. I think there are actually just 5 of them in each of these groups. And you notice as you're looking at the group, each one is 4.
6.
Yeah, there are 6.
Yeah. Each one in these groups are 4 of these small, so about gnome-sized humanoids, and then 1 in each group is taller, so human-sized, and wielding these deadly-looking curved blades, as opposed to the daggers of the smaller individuals.
Interesting.
All right.
That's you, our elven companion, to figure out who and what they are.
Well, Saye, you get to act first.
Ooh, all right. Can I discern at all, like, who these people are? Can I make some kind of knowledge or history?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
That's an 8.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
An 8. So looking at these things, they have, like, dark gray skin and almost sort of goblin-like features. So you're like, maybe a goblin, but I don't know. They look more serious than any goblin you've seen. And they kind of have this this aquiline quality to them. Something that reminds you of the paintings you saw, or the images you saw, or Isolde. Something like that. But not quite the same.
They might be some sort of monk of this temple or cleric of this temple.
Some sort of fae.
Okay. And
what they look like. Don't metagame.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Kind of,
Those are the feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but they're engaged with the demon.
Well, these 5 in front of you now are kind of flung around and looking real mean at you.
Okay. I want to say, like, I think we have a common enemy here. Let's work to eliminate it.
Okay. They look at you. They just kind of look blankly at you, and like they don't understand what you're saying. Well, unless I just look blankly at you.
I'm just gonna use my short sword to point at the demon, and like mimic a slashing motion and
make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. That's 18.
Okay. So they're looking at you. So they're all kind of looking back and forth at each other, like not really sure. And then a couple of them look up towards the taller figure, and he is just glaring at you. And you can see now, it's hard to see the lower half of his face because they have these black kind of, they almost look like bandanas around the bottom of their face. And they're just staring at you. So you're not sure what just happened there. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I guess I'll try to run past them and head towards the demon. I think he's my priority.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go ahead and sidestep your way out and around this group without incurring an attack of opportunity. So where would you like to move?
Let's move to F9 or F. Wait, how many feet is that? That's too far.
The squares are 5 square feet.
And we're like right in that door right now.
Yeah. So you're standing on like H1, so you're at the top, like all the way in the northern end of the room.
Okay, 5, 10, 15.
Best can you move like 40
I can
feet
move
now?
I can move 45 feet down. So I'm moving to F.
You run so fast.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
I'm heading to F9.
Okay, sweet. So you're running south. Wow, really far into the room, getting close to like where the second column is.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so you take your action, and they seem to, maybe something you said like resonated with them, but they don't take any action against you, and a couple of them just sort of watch you go, like take off in this like rapid motion as you're running. Maybe it's the concussion from the door, but nobody makes an attack against you. And as you run and grow closer to this thing in the center of the room, you can just see it. So there are 2 battalions of these little people that are trying to attack and hack at the demon, and he's just kind of brushing them away and laughing and screaming over and over again, "Give me Montgomery!" All right, and then
awesome.
Moving on, Monty.
So yeah, one of those dumbstruck little dark goblin gnome creatures just bolts off behind one of those columns that's closest to the front of the room, down to let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, down to 2-0.
Okay.
And yeah, just sort of cowers around the corner of that, looking at the demon, looking at the group it just ran from, looking at you all, just sort of gauging the situation.
Yeah, so the 4 remaining little beings are kind of like turning and like watch their companion run away, and then one of them decides that's a great idea and starts to crawl backwards, running towards another column. But he won't actually be running until his turn. But he's like, "Oh, we can do that."
Is it heading towards the one on the east side or on the west side?
Yeah, so southeast in the room, so the middle set of columns. So we're towards where the scaffolding is. So you think he's trying to actually make a break for it, like this other group that's just climbing up the scaffolding, just trying to get the heck out of there. Arnadel. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there anything else you would like to do besides moving?
I would like to ready a spell for when the the tall one from that U1 group. Until it makes an action.
Okay.
If it runs or I'm readying a spell for that.
Sure. Okay. Arnadel.
Arnadel's also going to run through the set of doors, and she's going to use Awakened Mind to, because she witnessed Saya be like, hey, we're here to help, and they didn't really respond, so she's going to also try to use Awakened Mind to be like, friends, we come here to battle this demon as allies. We'd love to discuss terms after we fell this horrid creature.
Which one are you targeting?
The group, well, the Awakened Mind is like 60 feet. I don't think it's 60 feet.
Okay.
So sure. I want to reach as many as I can.
Yeah, so you can reach the 3 or the 4 that are still hanging out. So 3 of the small ones and 1 of the tall people.
And you won?
Yeah.
Okay.
The ones right smack by the door.
In front of us. Okay, so I would like to say that, please.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
Tight. That will be 21.
So you get the sense of understanding, and these things' minds feel dark and quiet, like the shadows lying under an abandoned mountain. Sort of the feeling you get. And this thing, you see this thing takes its sword, which it was kind of holding at its side, and then makes this sort of quick sidestep gesture and points the sword towards the demon, and the other 2 clear away, like they're making a pathway.
Tight.
For you to move in.
I'm going to dash. Arnadel is upset. She's going to dash. She hates Bartleby. I fucking hate Bartleby.
Your fault.
Actually, instead of dashing, I'm gonna fucking blast. I'm gonna blast a spell. I have 1 spell slot left. So Arnadel's going to move.
Doesn't dash take your standard action?
I'm not gonna take dash. I'm gonna just get kind of close.
Gotcha.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm gonna move to I-7.
Okay.
On our map. And I'm going to cast, let me make sure that this is within range. I should have done that already. Sorry, guys. My new oh yeah. I'm going to cast my new favorite. Oh, but I'm still trying to be diplomatic, so maybe I don't want to do this. Oh, wait, I can without hurting any of our new allies, like pseudo allies. I'm going to cast Occupying the Space H12.
So right on top of Bartleby.
J, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so there's a, Bartleby is, there's a 20-foot, or sorry, 30-foot, 20-foot radius. Okay. I'm going to cast Hunger of Hadar on Bartleby, avoiding the creatures around him.
Yeah, you got it.
Tight.
All right.
Yeah.
Now
this
just a reminder.
The slurping and whooshing.
Everybody's favorite warlock spell. It's back.
If he's a demon, he's probably not put off very much by
he's
slurping,
like,
whooshing.
This is interplanar. I highly interstellar. I don't know. Anyway. So he has to let's see, creatures start in the area. So he has to take 2d6 cold damage, and then at the end of his turn, he takes 2d6 acid damage as milky otherworldly tentacles from against him. If he fails his dexterity,
we know the milky tentacles.
So he has to take 2 rolls.
Wait,
right, so
isn't this like an area effect? Like if anyone in that area has to roll for this?
I made sure that he is the only one.
Okay.
This pops up right in front of the group U2.
The group U2 is also
led by Bono.
Right, well, I'm real close.
Milky retour.
I'm real close. That's why I'm worried.
You're fine. You're out of the range.
Yeah, you're not gonna be hit.
Okay.
Cool. Just concerned.
I don't need that milky rubbing damage.
Seriously.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So it just takes the damage, right? So tell me what that is.
At first, but then at the end of his turn, he has to make an additional roll. So sorry. Let me look. Let me not.
We gotta get you spell cards. Donate to our Patreon.
I have them. I'm just looking here from.
Oh.
Okay, 2d6. Wait.
I revoked that. Apparently, we have spell cards. But please donate to our Patreon.
He takes 5 damage.
As these tentacles burst out of the ground and you hear the screams of these little creatures who have no idea what's going on as these black tentacles like crack out of the floor, you begin to hear laughing as Bartleby just looks down and you see the tentacles are kind of like tickling the edges of his feet. And he like tries to lift a foot out of them, but it's like stepping in gum and the tentacles like hold on, and then he like has to put his foot back down, and he looks upset as he does so, like he's annoyed and inconvenienced.
Bad foot massage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but you
like
beautiful.
that? I tickle your feet.
No.
It's sticky.
Okay, and then...
And slippery at the same time.
Alright, so it is now Bartleby's turn. So, does he get to move? Or he can't move?
He has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And then if he fails that, he takes an additional set of damage.
But if he passes, he gets to move out?
I think so. Let me read it again. Oh, let's see. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6
he can
acid.
move out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to step, moving his way north. He's going to step on you two.
He's gonna step on you too.
Step on you two. No, Bono screams. Okay. And his foot makes contact with one of the little darkling creatures, and you hear just a cry of pain. And then you see again this explosion kind of come from the squelching body, but it's like buried underneath the big foot.
They're like popping fireflies.
Yeah, it's sort of like a firework. So whenever you've seen one of these things die, this like burst of light has come out of it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Arnadell's horrified.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking terrifying. And as he walks out and squares off, he makes eye contact with you, Arnadell, since he's stepping right towards you here. I warned you. I told you I would let you go once. But our truce is done. All bets are off, Ithil. And he is going to... Oh, there's so many things he could do. As he's looking at you, you see he lifts up his arms, and you begin to see his skin shift and writhe, like on the bottom of his abdomen, and you actually see another set of arms pop and grow out of his body. So you have this four-armed thing out in front of you, and he is going to...
Mortal Kombat!
He's gonna punch
like
his own
Immortal
fist,
Kombat.
do a cool pose. Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me? This isn't a frightened effect. Do you have a thing against that?
I just can't be charmed.
Okay.
That is going to be... That's 22. Or 16 plus 6. 22? Yeah, 22.
All right, so you feel this wave of, like, fearful panic move over you as you're squaring off with this giant thing in front of you, 10 feet tall, forearms, looking real mean, but you manage to fight it off and you take, like, a cool stance. So you're, like, squaring off with this thing now. So it's moved into, so just north above you two. So it's looking right at you.
An 8 in row 8 or 8 and 9?
H 8 and H and I 8 and 9.
Okay.
It just stepped on these little things without
Great.
a care in the world.
I stare back without flinching.
All right. Yeah, you don't flinch because you got that. All right, Kara.
Oh boy.
What's a Kara gonna do?
She is going to run. She is going to run. She's gonna dash and run right up next to Arnadel. And like, let me pull up my jiggy.
What's a jiggy?
For my fighting style, when a creature, so if he attacks Arnadel, I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on his attack roll.
Ooh, protector.
Yeah. Yes, but yeah, I just run up there and I've got my shield bared and my teeth bared and my axe, and I'm ready to fuck his shit up. But that is my turn. It took so long to run.
Where?
So
my wee little legs.
Running is so hard.
Just so I can keep track, what square is everybody in?
All right, so Saye is in square
F9.
E9.
F9.
Oh, yes, F9.
Oops,
Kara and Arnadel are standing.
I'm on H7.
Yeah. Oh, H7, yeah, and HI. Or I, whatever.
I'm an I7, so he must be an HI89, right?
Yeah, sure. Whatever's cool.
Okay.
I don't care. Yeah, and then
Okay. Thanks,
that's
Kara.
where everybody is.
I feel
Kara's
even
got
more.
your back.
I'm even more emboldened by Kara's presence at my side.
All right. So then it is the creature's turn. Oh, did somebody want to make a check on what these are so I can?
Oh, yeah. I'll
Check
do
on
it.
what?
I'll do it.
Everybody make a check, and we'll take the highest.
Wait,
well, I would also like to use my bonus action to enter a rage, so I can do no checks and require my brain.
Yeah. Okay, good. You're like, I'm protected. Rage. You're like
nobody hurts my friends.
Trying to take your princess or whatever.
I only rolled a 15 on Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, so Arcana? Well,
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Do whatever you want.
Then a 17 for
Anything.
for anything. For
What
acrobatics.
level 17 get me?
For acrobatics, you do a sick flip.
I do a cartwheel and it's beautiful.
And you feel better about this whole situation. Okay, so you recognize these things. They are something called darklings, which you don't know very much about them. The world doesn't know very much about them, but you know that they are minor kind of fae, so fairy folk, and typically they're used as servants or slaves for more powerful fae. So they very rarely act without something else guiding them. There's legends about how at some point they were good fairies, but there was some great betrayal or something in their past that twisted them and condemned them to be trapped always beneath the earth. But nothing else is really known about them. They're very mysterious creatures. They don't exactly make a lot of appearances in most civilizations.
The things you can learn from a cartwheel, you guys.
Oh man, that blood went to your head and just...
Yeah. That rush brings up so many memories.
The knowledge, the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so you did that. Let's call that was a religion. That's your best one, right?
They're all the same, really.
Do you have no bonuses in any of your...
None of the like things that are useful. My bonuses are in like athletic things. So
Those are useful.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sick kickstands.
I cannot
really
wait to see
checks.
I cannot wait to see you act like Legolas in the Fellowship of the Ring when they're battling the troll in Moria.
Yeah.
You know when Legolas jumps up onto that fucker and like stabs him in the head? Yeah.
Geez, no pressure,
you.
Britt. I can't wait to do that myself. But you know what? The dice aren't letting me.
Okay.
No.
All right, we're on beer number 2. I can officially kick it into DM high gear mode.
Right on. All right, here we go.
All right, we just made it through that round. Oh no, sorry. The darklings are going. I just really wanted you to get that knowledge so I could call them darklings instead of blurting it out.
Not feel guilty.
Darklings. This was all just serving my own nefarious purposes. All right, so what's happening? Unit 2 is going to move forward and try to attack Bartleby.
Those guys are dead.
There's one that was squished. They are not all dead.
Okay, sorry.
One of the 5 is squished. I promise I know.
Okay,
it happened in my mind hole.
Sorry.
Okay, and then so the remaining members of you 2, they're getting their guitars and they're just smashing.
In the name of love.
I didn't think about this. It's horrible. I was like, unit, great. So you 2, fucking do it.
Call them Unit 2. God,
Unit 2 is attacking Bartleby, so they're gonna make some. Okay, and so they are the little ones are running forward and just like stabbing his feet down, running away from the tentacles that are now in the middle of this room, and stabbing into the feet of Bartleby, who just looks pissed. Like he's trying to have a square off eyes with you, but these things are clearly like doing something. Down to him below.
I'm sorry, I forget. How tall did you say Bartleby was again?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, cool. Oh my god, he's like twice my height. He's more than twice my height.
And he's like 4 times overweight. He's really tall. Really tall. And then the remaining 4 troops from Unit 1 are going to actually move in behind both Kara and Arnadel. They look like they're backing you up.
Yeah!
And then Unit 6 actually disappear, or they move their way up the scaffolding more, so they have about 5 more feet to climb before they make it out of the room.
Wait, what are they climbing?
There's this giant scaffolding that's been set up, so it's like this wooden structure. Like they make for going down in mine shafts.
Yeah.
Running back up the mine hole. And you can see dim light coming from somewhere up above.
Oh, okay.
So they're running, and then the 3rd unit is going to. They have big tentacles in front of them, so they're taking their way to move around. So they move west and back around that column, and then Unit 5 is going to move up, and they're also going to crowd Bartleby on the west side.
Cool. I have it on my phone. I can quickly bring it up to the camera for a second if people watching the live stream want to at least get a quick reference.
Sure.
Yeah.
I posted the link, a link of the image in the Twitch chat for peeps.
Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Good. All right. So basically right now, the Unit 5 is attacking from Bartleby from the west. Unit 2 is attacking from the south. Unit 3 is trying to come and move around. And you see Unit 4 is still... They seem to be guarding this huge set of glowing doors on the far side of the room.
Okay.
And then Saya, we're back up to you.
I want to try to run across diagonally to that first level of scaffolding.
Sure.
And climb up that and try to leap off of that onto Bartleby's back. Yeah, see, Brittany already called. Yeah, Brittany, this was my plan, but she already said it out loud before I got to it. I want to try and get on his back. It's okay.
That's so tight, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're running, you have to skirt around Unit 5. That's moving in here. And a few of these little creatures just see this blurring form move by you. So actually 2 of them are going to get an opportunity attacks.
Okay.
As you run by.
Why do they want to attack you?
Yeah, I thought, because they didn't hear me.
Oh.
I would want to attack everything in this room.
Yeah.
I don't know about you
That's
guys.
reasonable.
All right, I'm guessing a 7.
If I choose to dash, does that make a difference or no?
No.
Okay.
Okay. 7 will not hit you, I'm assuming.
Okay. All right.
Oh, how about it?
No, it doesn't.
You?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So they're going to get you with one of their daggers. I didn't pull a D4 out, you guys.
Ouchie.
Oh man, that's like seems important.
That's like the only one.
Saya's burned and now stabbed.
Saya is pierced.
Seriously.
She is burned. She is now pierced again.
Rough day.
And we poked him.
And I'm sure I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me the second I get on his back.
You take 4 damage as this thing gets a good old slice across your rib cage.
Woo!
Moving around. So you're like, ow, as you just continue running by past these things. And you make it to the bottom level of this. Are you using your whole turn to move?
No, I think
you have to run around the big old tentacles that are filling up.
Mm-hmm.
13, 14, 14.
Well, I can run diagonally, can't I? If I'm at F9, I want to go cross diagonally before that. So like 10 and 11.
Okay, so Bartleby is standing there now.
Yeah, you can't enter hostile enemy space.
I thought he was at 8 and 9.
He is.
8, 9.
HI 8, 9.
Yeah, I'm running down like 10
Sure,
and 11.
you find a way.
Yeah.
So bored. You find a way to run around and like dodge your way through like the darklings, and you get just one cut like as you're going and kind of like launch your way through and make it to the scaffolding. And I'm gonna say you can make an athletics check to climb up it, and that will be your turn.
All right. Acrobatics. Yes. 24.
Whoa! How sick do you look when you climb up the scaffolding?
As I approach it on the ground floor, I leap into a front flip, and then once landing on my feet from that momentum, I leap onto the top of the scaffolding.
It's
spectacular.
And as you do this, a bunch of the darklings that are climbing up the scaffolding are just like, ah! And they're like standing around and grabbing the edges, and there's one on a shaky ladder that like actually shakes and then gets so surprised that he falls off of the scaffolding and plummets about 15 feet downwards.
Oh fuck.
And his buddies just climb over it.
Oh man.
Just terrified, trying to get out of there. They're like pushing each other because the ladder only goes up one at a time, just to try and make it out of there.
Mm.
And
Sorry, little buddy.
so you're standing on this scaffolding. So you're about what, like 15 feet, or do you want to be all the way at the top at 20?
Well, Bartleby, how tall is Bartleby?
10 feet.
Okay, I guess I want to be at the top. I want to be at 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you make it up there. And then Bartleby, Kara, he points one of his 4 fingers at you. And I would like you to make a... Oh my god, my cat is like attacking the door trying to get in here. Can you hear that?
No.
Yeah, a little bit. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's freaky is what it is. So could you make a will save for me? A wisdom save.
Is it to not be frightened?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Natural 20, bitch! Fuck you, Bartleby!
This is no fun for Celeste! Okay.
Nobody's scared of this asshole.
You feel this, like, kind of
You're a punk!
sense in your mind, and, like, you just, like, roar and spit, and you're like, what mind? And then,
I have no mind!
God, Bartleby is just so annoyed that he's just gonna punch 4 times. We'll start with you, Kara, because you're mad. You made him real mad. How many pluses does he get? Oh wow, +9 to hit. Wow, natural 1.
Shit.
That's great. That's super great. Okay, so he swings over with his top fist and just seems so thrown off by his spell that he doesn't hit at all, and he actually kind of sinks it down into the ground. and like trips over one of the.
I'm so wee. It's hard to aim.
Yeah, and trips over like one of the little darklings. Just runs under his foot at just the wrong time, and so I'm actually going to give you an attack of opportunity as he stumbles.
Oh, fuck yes!
Just freaking natural one.
Do I get advantage? Is he because he's being flanked by all the other people on the other side of his team?
Yeah, he's being flanked by about 10 darklings right now.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely got a 25.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
What, bitch? What?
And I got 11 damage.
Monk is getting salty. Okay. So you thunk your axe into his body, and you are met with very, very hard resistance. His skin isn't like cutting through normal skin; it's like hard and rubbery. So your axe only does about half the damage you think it should have done.
I hate him so much. It just means I have to hack him more.
But he manages to, with taking that penalty, he manages to come in with his other swing, so just extends the other half of his body, so he's kind of doing one of those, like, monkey stomp, and, like, hitting now with his Donkey Kong punch on the other side. Ardell, what's your AC?
Oh, I'm going to use my react... Oh, wait, no, I just used it to make an attack of opportunity. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
Reaction gone.
My AC is 15.
15. Yeah, he's gonna punch you. So this is with his other big old meaty fist he's coming in for. And you are just suddenly whacked with this incredible amount of force. Whoa! Incredible amount of force. Oh no. Okay. That's going to be 15 bludgeoning damage. You hear something crack as he hits you square in the ribs. And when you breathe in, there's a sharp pain.
Great. If a warlock could become enraged, that's what happens now.
Kara's enraged, Arnadell's enraged, everybody's so mad.
It's contagious.
Hey man, I'm just trying to be the best demon I can be.
I hate Bartleby so much. And that bitch just cracked my rib. Ooh, no.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Did I skip somebody?
Like, pull my pseudo dragon, bitch.
Okay.
You did.
Montgomery. It's your turn.
Wait, I did. Wait. Okay, never mind.
So,
sorry.
Montgomery, Arnadell, and then Kara.
Gotcha.
All right. So from behind that column, I'm bravely standing behind, away from everything else. That still in the form of that small darkling, a voice booms out towards Bartleby and says, "Bartleby, let's see. Did you hear the one?"
Oh no, just as that voice rings out, both Arnadell and Kara, suddenly you just like like this at the accent immediately. I'm sorry, pick up Montgomery.
Where
Did you hear the one?
Mm-hmm. Did you hear the one about how many tentacles it takes to make an octopus laugh? Tentacles. And
Kara laughs very heartily. She's like, I get it. It's a joke. I like this guy.
Arnadell angrily laughs.
You 20 pun damage to your DM. She dies. It's a one-hit KO.
Nice. And I will be casting Tasha's Hideous Laughter with that.
Oh, God.
Bartleby.
Of course you will. All right. What do I gotta beat?
So Bartleby's gonna have to make a Wisdom save at a DC of 15.
Yep. Nope. That's super not gonna make that.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. So you just get this shit glowering stare, like off towards the column as you hear this voice boom out, and then it giggles. What does the spell do?
So it is, since it failed the throw, is going to fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration, as it finds that joke hilariously funny and continues laughing at it.
What?
For up to a minute.
What is the condition?
Amazing.
If it's attacked, does it end?
Let's see. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, it can make another Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Sorry, this spell just makes someone laugh.
Yeah. So Bartleby just like, he's staring daggers at this column, and then you hear this joke ring out, and Kara's like, "Ha! I get it." And then all of a sudden you hear, "Oh."
Oh God.
And the demon just begins to like clutch inside, and it just topples straight up backwards, like it just lost its balance and falls backwards. And you actually hear screams as some of the darklings get trapped underneath its falling form. But he's like clutching at his sides, and you just hear this demonic, horrifying laughter echoing through the chamber, and he's actually rolling around. It looks like he's trying to tear at his own skin, like when you can't stop laughing, like rolling on the floor. So
he's the best fight ever, guys.
He's about to take 20 attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
I'm standing right next to that fucker. Give it to me.
As he falls into the Lord of Darklings. Oh my God.
Oh, please be alive for the thing I want to do. I just make him last for another round.
So all of these things just converge and begin shoving daggers and blades, just like until you see this rolling mess is like trailing this black blood around on the ground. And then he gets to save every time he gets hit.
Yeah, each time it takes damage, and he gets advantage if it's triggered by taking damage. So the first time he gets stabbed, I guess, he's going to get advantage on a saving throw to beat 15. It's not that powerful, but yeah.
Well,
that's pretty righteous.
He took, let's just call it a lot of damage.
Sweet.
And then actually, so Arnadel and Kara, you would also get attacks of opportunity as his feet are kicking up on the floor.
I already had a reaction for this round, so I can't take another one.
I'll handle this reaction.
Do it.
After the joke, as everybody starts hacking at it, I want to shout out, try to leave it just a little bit alive. Not too much.
Anybody like insanely curious where this voice is coming from?
Yes.
The dark
I want to make my reaction and then investigate this. So reaction, I'm agonizing blast. I'm gonna agonizing blast, and I'm putting all the fury of my hatred for Bartleby into this agonizing blast.
All right.
So
fury of the hatred.
Yep.
Got it.
Cackling energy. That is going to be. Sorry. That's going to be an unnatural 20.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Right on. So that'll be 3 beam. Sorry. 2, 10. And I. That's going to be 8 damage.
Okay, so you're just like, pew, and like hitting him when he's down, and it just explodes like around him as well. Oh man, there's a lot of damage. Anything else, Montgomery, that you would like to add to that?
Let's see.
The killing joke?
I think I will run to that other column, to the one on the, let's see, west.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stay. Actually, no, yeah, I need to move. Yeah. I'll move down to the one on the Yeah, the one south of where I was. So at like
9:10.
09. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Down there.
All right. Let me mark it. Dang. You guys, my monster's so mad.
Good. I fucking hate Bartleby. I hate him. I hate Bartleby.
I'm glad you're so zealous about killing Bartleby, because Montgomery is scared shitless of Bartleby not being in his bottle. This is not the way you want to talk to Bartleby.
Arnadel's just so enraged about the fact that she knew better than to let him out. That's why she's so upset. It's kind of like at herself also, so it like double fuels her rage.
Arnadel
taking out all of her self-rage at him.
Okay. All right. And then your boy rolling on the ground here is gonna get a little bit of revenge.
Oh boy.
I need everybody within a 10-foot radius, so that is gonna hit all of you, except for Saye. Oh no, and Montgomery are fine. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oops, I am pretty.
Oh man, I have a lot of these to do.
Wisdom save. All right, I got a 17.
Okay.
One.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Yay! You know, honestly, I would probably rule that Kara couldn't be affected by this anyway, since she's a little bit there already. Let me just get my book.
Meaning what?
So all of a sudden, the giggling, laughing form on the ground goes very, very still. And there's this blast of like purple light that kind of ricochets off of his body, encasing a ton of the darklings like that have been stabbing their swords down into him and then catching up Arnadel too in the blast. All right, I am going to... So you have been hit with the confusion spell. So the spell assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. So Arnadel, you just lose your shit. All of a sudden, you are seeing things. All of a sudden, the ground is like rushing under your feet, and everything around you is trying to kill you. And you look next to you, and there's this shadow with these strange demon horns curled up around it, and this giant axe. And you're like, I gotta kill it! Oh my god! And you're just losing your goddamn mind as the world has become just shadows.
I get a question real quick.
Yes.
So you can only cast one spell per turn, but can I use my reaction now to cast counterspell? I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on my turn, but yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Why not? Oh, counterspell. You took counterspell.
Hell yeah, I took counterspell.
Oh, fine. All right.
It's
so
great.
Wait, you're not. You can't see him.
I'm peeking out from behind I'm right at the edge of that column.
On the eastern side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
East and south. So I think if you drew a ruler, you would not be able to see him.
Because he's in 8 and 9, right? HI 8 and 9?
I guess, yeah, his little feetsies are in.
Okay, so
yeah, I guess so.
Me?
Okay, here's what we'll do. Make a perception check.
Okay.
And if you make it, I'll give it to you.
Sweet. Okay, perception.
Since he's kind of casting with his hands, which is sort of in your...
Okay. I got a 18.
Okay, I'll give it to you. So Arnadel, you feel this washes over your mind, and then suddenly there's this like clearing sensation, and all the darklings are just like, what?
Arnadel is so pissed she thinks it's like her own resolve, like helping her through it.
Yeah, so you use your reaction to just absorb that spell back, and Bartleby screams so furiously as this is happening. Oh my god. So
question: these reactions, are we allowed one every round? When
you get one reaction per round?
But you have to have something that specifically triggers that says you can use a reaction.
Yeah, like an attack of opportunity, or like my fighter ability that says I can spend my reaction to impose disadvantage on someone.
Mm. Or counter spell, which you can use as a reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
Reaction.
Yeah. Sweet. So you hear this scream of rage, and then suddenly Bartleby is gone.
Oh, hell.
And all the darklings are like, what? What just freaking happened? Alright. So Bartleby disappeared.
I wanted to leap off of the scaffolding and stab him in the neck.
Man, I'm sorry. That was gonna be epic as fuck.
Yeah.
Epic as fuck.
I wish you had like.
Like, could I have used my reaction when he first fell over to do that? I wasn't sure, but it's okay.
Kara, it's your turn.
So he's gone.
Just poof, vanished.
Oh God, Kara, are you gonna keep this battle going?
I'm going to roll a percentage die, and if she gets above a 50, she's gonna keep smacking.
You're gonna start
round.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm.
Can we yell at her?
Yelling is a free action, bruh.
No, it's cool. It's cool. She got a 29, so
okay.
She calms down.
I was about to literally actually scream at Kara. This is the umpteenth time that we've wanted to talk through things, and Kara's on the brink of like total mass destruction. Like
she's the whole a nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
All right.
So once Bartleby like poofs, and she's kind of like, okay.
Exercises.
Yeah, takes a few deep breaths and is like, what now, guys?
Okay.
Are these other guys our friends?
Yes, Arnadel screams, Kara, wait! And using Awakened Mind again. Friends, we're allies, please abstain. We need your help.
All right. So you're running forward, and you feel that recognition again as the darklings are sort of, because they're looking at each other, they're looking at all their bloody wounded on the ground, looking around, and they begin to drop their daggers, like to their sides, and you see the tall ones who are left. So now 4 of these figures move towards you. And then Arnadel, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
It's gonna be 18 plus 3. Is that 21?
Mm-hmm. You suddenly, as you're raising out your hands to talk to all of these creatures, and they seem to be coming towards you, you hear a voice suddenly whisper in your mind, "Gotcha." And then you all see Bartleby is hanging upside down on the ceiling and has extended one of his pointer fingers towards you, and you feel this complete paralysis come over your body. So you are just screaming inside your head as you can't move, can't take any actions. At the end of the round...
Yeah, do I get a save? Fuck!
Failed your save.
I did. What?
So
a 20? Oh my god! Holy moly.
So you get, at the end of each round, you will be able to try and repeat your save.
Fuck.
To get out of it. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Bartleby is hanging upside down.
Jump on him, Saya!
On the ceiling. So actually, Saya, you are eye level with him now as he's on the ceiling, right? So you're about... So he's back.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, he's back to his original position on the map. So right square in the room, except just hanging upside down on the ceiling there.
Tight. I love it.
Punch him in the eyeball, Saya.
So we are right back. You fell for the oldest demon trick in the book.
Asshole.
Being
I
a
hate
demon.
him even.
And the darklings scream.
Whoa, wait. If he's in his original square, those tentacles are there. They have not left.
She cannot concentrate on the spell. She cannot do anything. She's been hit
Damn
with a big
It's-
magic spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is your turn, Saye. We're back in order.
Saya wants a short sword in hand, leap, get a running start, leap, and try to like clutch onto his head and use the sword as like a catch or a hook of some kind to get into his neck or his skull or somewhere. Just catch his skin and hold her there.
Right in the nose. Right in the nose.
And in the eyeball. Get that fucker in the eye. Aim her
ears.
pupil.
For starters, I'm
Right
going
in
to give
the eye
you
hole.
a point of inspiration
Yes.
for how fucking cool that is. And then we're going to make an athletics roll, or an acrobatics, whichever you prefer, to try and make it onto, yes.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh my
Yes!
god! No,
Yes!
I'm thinking at my toes for this. Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I'm so excited!
Okay.
Describe it. I need to know.
Yeah, so, well, now we're going to have you make your attack roll, but you're going to get advantage, obviously.
Okay.
Because you're coming from fucking nowhere, flying like a goddess.
Fuck Legolas.
Attack.
This is a billion times cooler.
What did you get to attack, dude?
Uh,
You have advantage, so you take the higher of 2.
well, I got a 19 plus, so 21.
Okay.
To
So,
attack.
yeah, please describe this.
I am running, leaping with sword held above my head, my short sword held above my head, towards the edge of the scaffolding, leap off to his head, which is upside down, facing me, and I wish to plunge my short sword into, like, his jugular, below, right here, and, like, let it catch from, let gravity do its work.
Mm-hmm.
And help it sink deeper into his skull. And basically, I'm dangling off of his head right now, holding onto my short sword, staring in his eyes. Staring into his eyes.
F, man.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I love it so much. It's so good.
Okay, yeah, roll for damage. Just to get that technical bit out of the way.
Well,
As I see this, I want to yell out at Bartleby, just get back in the bottle. There's no other way out of this. Be smart. Be smart, friend.
That
I'm going to have you make a persuasion in 1 moment.
Sure.
is,
11
you guys all
damage.
hear any of this and see any of
this
this?
is all. Oh no, you kind of see it all and you hear everything. But 11, did you say?
Yeah, 11
Okay.
damage.
So as you drive this sword just so I can back into his head, you actually see the tissue kind of tear, and so his head goes lolling back like much further than you would expect. But you see these like gross little demon tendrils like start to like move and twine to like keep the head like attached at this weird kind of broken flopping angle, right? As you do so, and Bartleby just opens his mouth up in this toothy grin that spreads across his face, and you just see these mad kind of eyes staring at you as you're hanging on to this thing's head. And then Montgomery, why don't you go ahead and make a persuasion?
Come on. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. So that's going to be a 22.
Okay. So as you say this, the flopping head is just moving back and forth and seems to make eye contact with you from even like at this great height. And he smiles again. I will never go back. And as he says back, all this black blood that you just hit Saye comes flying out at you, and you actually see it begins to burn like at the edges of your clothes. It's like making little sizzling noises. And then, but it's your turn, Montgomery.
Let's
So
see.
this thing is, 20 feet in the air with a saye on it.
That's, I feel like the saye is keeping Bartleby occupied for right now. Where is Arnadel again?
So Arnadel is, you're at, what,
I7. I haven't moved. I7.
You're at I7? Okay.
And I'm right next to her on HI, or H7.
And you're on H7? Okay. But you're not paralyzed, Kara. Only Arnadel is. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and run. I'm gonna head south. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see through the scaffolding, or does it like
so imagine, it's like crisscross beams and stuff, so there's definitely a bunch of material in your way, so it'd be really hard to move through it, but you can see through it.
Okay, cool. So I'd have like line of sight and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Nice.
Just for spells, it'd be with arrows, I'd make you take disadvantage.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll roll down there, down to 14. 014.
Okay.
And I will blast some scorching rays.
Oh.
Good old scorching ray.
Good old. That comes right out of your hands, right? You said it.
Does he have his very nice cane?
Yeah, he's got his got his
fire
rune sword cane.
It looks hilarious that a little darkling is running around with this big old human cane.
Yeah, human-sized cane, so it's like a wizard staff for this.
You haven't dispelled that, right? Guys.
No, not yet. Just this part, since he's gonna use this as his arcane focus.
It's crazy. It's like he pulls it out from nowhere. This close.
So I gotta make some spell attack rolls. Do 1, 2, 3 of them. Let's see. I'm gonna use my luck feat and re-roll one of those.
Nice.
Yay. Oh, that's horse shit. That's the same as what I rolled. So the highest is a 17.
Okay, the 17 will hit.
Oh, sweet. The other two were 13s.
They will not hit.
Yeah.
17 is the golden number.
Woot. Alright, so 2d6 zap for 7 fire damage.
Okay, so fire is just traveling all over this thing, and blood is spilling out down towards the ground, and it's a mess.
We can renegotiate the deal, Bartleby. It doesn't have to be the original terms.
Bartleby is just kind of shaking furiously on the ceiling. He is still not quite ready to talk to you.
We'll make a deal.
I think you ought to call him Bartleby. Get it? Because he used to live in a bottle.
If he's still in the bottle, then absolutely. Hold on.
That was a rough one.
How did he get out of that bottle, by the way? We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
I wasn't alone. I was not acting alone.
Arnadel, so it's actually your turn to try and make your save.
Okay. It's a Constitution save, right? I'm like legit and I have anxiety right now.
Natural 20.
I wish our podcast listeners could witness that little dance move that happened.
Oh my god, you just like no, I'm sorry, my cheeks are super red right now because I've never wished for something so hard and it come true like instantly. I'm just like
sold your soul to the dark powers to get that natural 20, beware.
God damn it.
Okay, well fine. My cool spell wears off and you come back to life because you were so still you couldn't even breathe. So for the last 6 seconds you've just been like He's like feeling the life move out of you, and you come back, and that's a turn. You
That's a
made
whole
it.
turn?
Yeah. It's a nasty little spell, huh? I think warlocks can learn it when they get high level enough.
Wait, to get out of something, it takes up a whole turn?
Because you get a save at the end of your turn.
There are a few spells like that. They are gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's lame.
So take a turn. Luckily, that it was a big old spell slot that you don't have no more. So Bartleby, Saye friend. Alright. So here's what's gonna happen. He takes 2 of his arms and goes in and tries to grab you. Right, so you're like kind of hanging on the half flailing like body. So he's gonna try and condense his hands around you. So we're gonna make a strength contest as he's grappling you.
Sweet.
When you grapple, you can fight back with Dex to get out of a grapple.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
Wait, so is it a Dex saving throw or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's a contested thing.
Oh shit. Well, that's 14.
Oh no! Did I really?
You get
not
to
make
add your acrobatics to it.
Yeah, you
because
use
it's
the
a
acrobatics
contested
too.
check.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Really?
Okay, then 21.
Oh shit! How do you do this? Demon, you suck. So he tries to go ahead and grab you, and you do like this squirrely ass move where you just like move further down his head, and you're like hanging onto the edge of his shoulders, right? So you're like monkey, like sloughing your way down his body, and he's trying to like hit you with these 2 hands. And then all of a sudden you get this rush of vertigo as he lets go, and so you are trapped underneath him, right, as you're holding on, and he just drops from the ceiling. And we're gonna take some falling damage.
I get to slow fall as my reaction.
Really?
Yeah, fucking monks and their
There's that reaction that you were asking
I
about.
have tried so many tricks for this fight, you guys. All right. So you
Does
just
that make
slow fall.
the demons fall
Yep,
slower
so
too?
He let go. No, he let go, and he's falling fast. And since you're slow falling, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to just like kind of like I'm gonna just crawl your way up to the top. And so like now he falls, and then you're just like boop boop, boop and like kind of land on his tummy.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take the falling damage.
Fuck yes. I've never felt cooler.
Oh my god, he takes. I rolled 2 6s. What's happening?
Black Stars of Doom.
Oh my god, I don't even want to tell you how many hit points this guy had and what he's at now.
Oh, please tell us.
No, I don't want to tell you.
Is he bloodied?
I want to know what
Yes, he is bloodied. Okay, Kara.
Get back in the bottle.
I'm sure he's about to get more bloodied. He falls on the ground, so he takes him, by the way.
She is,
Squish.
yeah. So, okay. Am I underneath him? Is that what's happening?
Oh, you're not
Okay.
underneath it. You're
Okay.
right back in the center, but a bunch of darklings who had gathered around to make peace
Gotcha.
were underneath him.
Oops.
She recalls from before how Montgomery said not to hurt him too much, so she's going to choose to inflict non-lethal damage, and is going to keep smacking at him with her axe. Slice, slice, slice.
Axe party.
Boop. Oh, that's lame. That is a 9.
It's not gonna do it.
Go for the second swing, though.
You try to get at him, but there are so many crowded darklings in the way that when you try to hit a swing, somebody accidentally like hits the butt end of your axe and goes wide, and you just totally miss your shot.
There we go.
It's not your fault. It's their fault.
It's their fucking fault. But the second one, I got an 18.
Yes. That will
And then she's going to use her bonus. Oh, wait. I'll roll the damage for that one first. So it's going to be 6 damage, and then she's going to use her bonus action to attack. Ooh, that is going to be a 24.
To hit?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I was like, no.
Ooh, nice. And then it's going to be 13 damage after that.
Wow. All right. He seems a lot less resistant somehow. As you're chunking into him this time, it's like your axe is a lot more effective. Wow. My poor baby. And then...
Baby.
Let's see. We're gonna roll some percent. Poor Bartle baby. Alright, 30% of the darklings decide this is the fucking worst and start running up the scaffolding.
Alright, we out.
Peace.
Yeah, they're like, nope. And so, but the only darkling group that has not moved 1 inch is Unit 4. It just stood faithfully by these glowing doors, not moving a single inch this whole time. So now we actually only have 2 units worth left. So we have, trusty old U2, and
how are they still around? They've been
they're
resilient.
Stepped on, smushed.
They've kept on for 40 years.
YouTube always comes, or U2 always comes back.
They really,
and you find them in their in your podcast.
Every other decade.
Yeah, they do.
Just right there in your iTunes every time you look.
It's because they still haven't found what they're looking for.
Oh.
Okay. So, Unit 2, and Unit 3 are left, and then Unit 4 is still guarding the door, and the rest of the darklings are out. So that is what they are doing. So U2 and U3 are gonna keep on keeping on with their daggers. Doing some damage. Oh man, Bartleby is not looking great. Not that he looked great before, but pretty demonic. Okay. And then Saye, what are you doing? You're on his tum-tum.
Stab him in the tum-tum.
Yeah. Front flip and stab him with your sword. I don't know. It could be great.
Whatever you
Kick
do,
him in the tum-tum.
I think I want to. I mean, it probably isn't strong enough. Thinking about like pinning him down.
Yes.
It's only a short sword, so it can't really pierce probably through his arm into the ground. But I can
you can go for the shallow part and just get his tendon, so it's super hard to move.
I can hold person hand.
The shoulder muscle, maybe. Or
is he a monster though? That might count if he's a monster.
What?
Because hold person only works for humans.
I think so.
Whereas he probably counts as a monster.
If you're casting hold person.
I really hope it says creatures. I hope that's what it says in the definitions.
1 second.
It's freaking out.
You can't.
So bad that I'm in here.
Yeah, it says humanoid.
I think that counts.
It says choose a humanoid that you can see within range.
That just means 2 arms and 2 legs, right?
But he's got 4 arms.
Are demons humanoids?
Yes.
In the you can look it up.
If you're using particular stats, just look at it.
You know what? No. DM call. You do it. You can do it.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
It has a mind. It has a mind. It works the same. And he's more human than most.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration, which is concentration up to a minute.
What's my DC?
Fail that throw.
What's my DC?
I don't know. What is that? What is it supposed to be?
Your spell. So it's
plus
10.
Your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, that's your spell save
wisdom
DC
for a monkey monk.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's my key save.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a key save.
Okay, so that's 15.
Oh, I make it. I got a 16. He's not
Okay.
helped.
Dope.
Don't look at me like that, Brittany.
I'm not looking. That's Arnadel. That's not Brittany.
Oh, fine. We can do shitty things to each other as long as we say it's our characters. All right. So you try and cast your spell and it just doesn't quite work. I know, she's freaking out. Okay. And then
our pets are just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Paul's turn.
I get an extra attack.
Oh, then do it.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna again then just try to plunge my sword into like his shoulder here, like just between his shoulder and his collarbone.
Sever those motherfucking tendons so he cannot move his arms. I want to see it.
Roll for it. Hang on, I'm gonna let the cat in because she's gonna kill me otherwise.
Okay, I'm rolling to attack. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Even with a proficiency, it's like not great.
Oh!
Womp womp.
It's a 12 to hit.
That is not gonna do it, my friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's actually Paul's turn. All right, but we're at 9, so I'm gonna take a quick break.
Break time?
Break time, real quick. I really gotta pee.
Yes, I would like to get more whiskey.
Okay, great. I'm gonna
I
get
just
another beer.
I brought the whole bottle of wine to my desk.
Well, you were smart. Okay.
Paul and I have to share the whiskey, though.
Is everybody leaving?
I got it.
No, I'm hanging out.
Oh, word. What up, Nassim?
I'm just trying to be chill. Yeah.
Dude, your character's kicking ass. I'm so proud of you.
Finally, she's monking like a real monk.
Dude, she's monking hard.
I know.
It's awesome. Arnadel's so enraged with anger that she can't do shit.
Yeah, true. But this is going... Well, I don't think any of us have identified Montgomery yet. He's just been doing stuff and we're all preoccupied.
We're way too focused on the task at hand. Like, because I'm telling you, Arnadel is so upset about she's still, like, one with true anxiety symptoms is still hung up on the fact that she should have trusted her better judgment and not let Bartleby out of the bottle. Mm-hmm. So that's the main focus of her rage.
Yeah.
Nothing else until he dies. There's nothing that's gonna quell. That's the right word, right?
Yeah.
Quell. Her frustrations, but
until he dies, though, really.
Until he dies.
Okay.
Or gets sent back, like until it's like really clear that there's no further way, or until he's like rebottled. But even if he gets rebottled, she knows that demons live longer than even elves, so she knows that she's always going to be haunted by his presence unless he dies. Because if he gets bottled, there runs the risk of someone else.
You're going to be haunted by him.
So then she believes...
Who's he actively trying to kill right now?
I mean, Arnadel's on his radar. Come on, am I overthinking that?
She believes in capital punishment versus just like a long suffering. He seemed to really hate that bottle. I'm sure being in there the rest of his demon life.
Arnadel believes he needs to die.
All right.
Arnadel wants him to die.
Okay.
Brittany's cool with that. Arnadel wants him to die. I'm almost done with my costume. I'm making my costume for Comic-Con next week.
Yeah. I probably have nothing I could wear, but
I'm making you a cape.
Oh, are you?
You're going to at least have a cape.
That's good.
Can I show you? I've converted the spare bedroom that I have into a workroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you because everyone's still gone. Hold on.
Is Celeste coming? Is it just you and me?
Well, I asked Celeste to make sure that she has her time off from work set up, and she hasn't gotten back to me yet. So it's not done. I'm still sewing on like the toggle clasps and like hemming it and shit. But okay, remember that sick ass fucking like sentinel pattern that I like flashed you guys last time? I was like, check this shit out. So I'm almost done. I'm probably like 70% of the way finished. But this is the pattern for like the undershirt. It's like silver and gray.
Ooh, very pretty.
Yeah, and then there's like a darker royal blue and a navy for like the thing, and then I've got this sick fucking trim that I ordered from Germany.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that shit came all the way from Berlin. I was like, I need it. So, yeah, this doesn't give the costume any kind of justice. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited. What day?
Oh, go ahead.
What day are we planning on doing this?
So Comic-Con starts on Thursday and goes until Sunday next week. I can only afford to take off Friday and Saturday from work.
Okay.
I have the buttons. I have the fucking. You saw the business cards. Like, I got that shit ready. Yeah. I have prints for our character portraits arriving, so I'm gonna be selling those as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
I'll probably drive down Thursday night then.
Do you want to stay in my new guest bedroom?
I totally could. Yeah.
Check this out. Check it out. Lucy's like warming. I have some pillows over there that I still need to make pillowcases for, but
yeah,
I'm in the guest room.
I can stay. How about the night of we do our advertising?
Okay.
I'll stay with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know your family. Yeah. You're gonna want to hang out with your family too. So like.
Yeah. They'll just have to come back from Iran. But yeah, people watching the live stream right now, and if Celeste includes this part into the podcast, which it probably won't because this is after Comic-Con anyway.
Patreon.
But we'll be at Comic-Con. Myself, Brittany, and I think possibly Celeste will be there.
Me.
Are you driving down?
I would totally commute down with Celeste if she's driving down.
Yes, I've got to figure it out, dude.
You guys need to let me fucking know so I can make your fucking capes.
Can I make this decision tomorrow?
Yeah, I need to know ASAP though. So
I came back and my cat was sitting in the DM chair, so I think she's just like, I could do it better.
Okay.
I think that's the motivation here.
Typical cat behavior.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you listen,
drama queen.
If you listen and you're at Comic-Con, come say hi to us.
Oh my god, wait, I forgot to grab here.
We're going to be tailgating the living fuck out of Comic-Con. We don't have tickets, but we'll be outside.
We'll be there either way.
We're going to be discreet as fuck. No, yeah, we're going to be... I'm thinking about...
Dude, and in September, Comic-Con's going to be up in San Francisco, so I'm going to get the double whammy. It's going to be awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, San Francisco Comic-Con.
Wait, when is that at?
It's September 8th and 9th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there on the 20th.
Okay. God damn it. I might be able to make it up there. God knows I have tattooing to do up in SF.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, I still need my touch-up. I never got the touch-up on my
we all need work a la Brittany. All right, you ready, kids? Montgomery, we're starting off with you.
All right.
So there's a Bartleby on the floor.
The Bartleby is on the floor.
On top of him.
Mm-hmm. Tickling his tummy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tentacles.
You like that, Steven?
Let's see. All the darklings are gone.
There's about 10 left.
Oh yeah, 10 still
that are
staying
still
strong
around him, and then the 5 that are still by the door to the south.
Okay. Oh, right. Those ones down there. Okay. I am going to drop the disguise.
Ooh.
So from. Yeah, and then I'll walk slowly or make my way through the scaffolding, and the disguise slowly drops as its parts of him are obscured. And so out from the scaffolding walks a man, a human in an indeterminate age, sometime between like 30 and 50, but you can't really get a good fix on it. It seems like there's wrinkles, but there aren't, and things like that. He has a very well-trimmed mustache and goatee with a wide-brimmed hat and a sapphire blue tailcoat.
For those at home, Paul just put on his Montgomery hat.
Also, I'm pretty
it's
sure
a fancy fedora.
Pretty sure really that I have gone on a date with a dude that fits this description. And that's not a fedora. That's called a trilby. I learned about hats. That is a trilby.
Yeah, because it's got the narrow brim. Yeah, Monty's is actually wider.
So an actual fedora.
Hat. Yeah.
Okay.
Tailcoat, charcoal gray pinstriped slacks, and wielding this cane at Bartleby, and saying, "Bartleby, really, we need to consider cutting a deal here. It's just not smart for any of us, especially yourself, to throw your immortal life away under such dubious circumstances."
He's like a Louisiana tycoon or something. That's what he looks like to me.
You have no idea.
Do you pull your suspender straps out when you talk to him?
My word.
All right. So.
Are you throwing a magic behind that, or are you just making a persuasion up and down?
Well, I don't think that I can cast suggestion because it says they have to be non-aggressive, and he seems a little aggressive towards.
Yeah, he's a little aggressive.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think I'm doing. Yeah, I don't have any magic hoodoo to throw in with that. So just a persuasion check.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Come on.
I bet you got charisma for days.
I do, and I also got luck, which is important because I got 4 on that roll. So I'm gonna re-roll that. There we go. Really? Another 4? All right.
Oh, this is like the curse of Monty, though.
This has definitely happened in.
I'm gonna give you after the fact. Well, I'm gonna give you inspiration 1.
Okay.
You can use it now if you would like.
Yeah. Come on. All right, 17 plus that's gonna be 27.
Okay. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, Monty. All right. You hear in your head a buzzing sound. Somebody is trying to communicate telepathically with you. It's up to you whether or not you want to let it in, though. Totally at your discretion.
No.
Okay.
No. Monty's got focus right now.
Okay. You see Bartleby writhe on the ground, twitch, and then a booming voice calls out, "Call off your warriors, and we may speak."
Of course. Yeah. Are we still in turn order right now, or?
I don't know. Okay. So, Maidens, you hear that?
Because I'm gonna have to cast another spell.
So you guys can decide to hold if you wish.
Kara will decide to hold, but has her axe ready for at any moment.
Okay.
Ready to strike.
Yeah. And the darklings continue to stab down on Bartleby, but he doesn't seem to notice them. He doesn't seem to notice them or their puny little damage much over the course of this. So, is everybody else holding? Arnadel, Saye?
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
Okay, so Monty, you have another turn.
Okay, so with that voice booming across, demanding that the warriors need to stop attacking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to summon a major image.
Okay.
Of one of the. So I've been in deep cover with these darklings for a little while. So the most in-chargiest, biggest hat-wearing darkling I have encountered in that time, I would like to summon them, an image of them, by the doorway.
Which doorway?
The one the Maidens came in through.
Okay.
That then commands all of them to retreat to it.
Okay. They get a save to believe it or not, right?
If they interact with it, they get a wisdom save.
Yeah, you all suddenly hear, Maidens, you see this figure come up who has to be at least 7 feet tall. And instead of the biggest hat, it's like the deepest hood. So you see, you don't see a face at all, just like this flowing, gorgeous kind of black silken hood covering the face of this figure. So imagine like the Emperor from Star Wars, right? And with these long kind of sleeves, and it holds up its hand, and it just like reaches a claw and ushers back, and you hear that back come out of it, and all the darklings just freeze in terror, like daggers in mid like slaying motion, and they all sort of turn towards one another, and they look at like the taller figures, but there's only 2 of them left in the pack, like guiding them, and they just back off and back away and begin to like walk slowly back towards this figure. They're actually hesitating as they're moving towards it, like, oh shit. You called up an image of the only darkling you've seen cast spells before at this point. You don't know what its names are, because darklings don't have names per se. They just seem to recognize each other by like signatures. And you're still not sure if it's smell or what it is. But they all begin to retreat.
Like smell like a little puppy or something.
Yeah. Like, as some creatures recognize like scent signatures. You're like,
like a mama bat.
Because they have terrible eyesight. That's something you picked up on real quick. So they all retreat back, and Bartleby, and this one, and he kind of raises his floppy head, right, and like looks at you, Saye, sitting on his chest. He actually uses one of his forehands to like lift his head up at you. Since it's sort of partially healed, actually, so now it just is like this extended kind of neck puppet motion.
Ugh, creepy.
It is creepy.
So he seems to want Saye to get off of him before he'll talk to you.
All right, she very slowly, while never taking her eyes off of his, walks off of him.
Yeah, and Bartleby sort of rises, like not standing up, but he like kind of flips over onto his knees and is looking at you. Old friend, this is not how I expected this would go.
Montgomery twirls his cane and puts it before him and says, "Exactly, old friend. Let's talk like that as friends right now. What's the easiest way for you to get out of this situation, do you think?"
I suppose we can make a deal, like the deals of old, my friend.
The deals of old are good, but the deals of now, that's where the future is. So let's have a conversation about that. The deal for now is that you hop back in the bottle, and in 24 hours time at the... What time is it in game, actually?
So right now the Maidens went down around noon. So after all this, it's about like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So you actually, Montgomery, have completely lost track of time since you've been down here.
Oh, crap. Yeah, makes sense. So at the dawning of the next sun, we will negotiate a contract for now, a new contract. But you just hop back in the bottle for a few hours, which I know is, not much for you, having such a longevity to yourself and being able to exist for an indeterminate amount of time.
Your deal. I will sit in this bottle for 24 hours, and then I shall be allowed to resume.
We'll negotiate that in 24 hours.
How about my counteroffer?
Which is?
You let me go now, and I will kill everyone else on my list, and I will return to you last. And we shall make a contract then.
Monty cuts eyes over at Arnadel, who would also presumably be on that list.
I look at you with the most dark, venomous shake of my head. Kill that fucker, because if you don't, I will. Arnadel says that to you with awakened mind.
You can't. You just get static when you try to reach out to him. You have a buzz in your mind. Again, Montgomery.
Because I'm so enraged. Like, I'm really sticking to this. I'm so enraged. I get that, and so I, without even thinking twice about it, I say it to you loud for everyone to fucking hear.
Bartleby doesn't blink. He doesn't seem concerned. How about it, Montgomery? I think you and I both know that within 24 hours, I could still do you great harm, and all of my power would be restored. However, you can buy your small mortal life however much time it takes by letting me go now.
Bartleby, you cut a mean deal, and I look forward to the next time that we get to have words. Because really, you have been one of the most unique and exceptional individuals I've ever been able to spend time with. And let's talk further. Because I know there were ones that wronged you while you were in that bottle, but we always got along.
Then I shall return to you later, and you shall let me go now. Deal or no deal?
I want to make a insight check to read the room.
Cool.
Maidens. I know one vote.
Is it possible, while this is happening, that Sawyer can creep up and try and stab Bartleby in the back?
Oh!
Make a
literally.
Make a stealth for me.
Oh my god.
Gladly.
Kara is bored by all of these words and his cleaning out her nails with like the edge of her axe, and it's like, oh my god, can we just? What are we doing?
For some role play background to inform why Sawyer wants to do this, just the fact that he is gonna be leaving to do other people harm is cause enough for Sawyer to be like, no, he needs to be stopped, because he's just told us outright his plan to end people's lives.
Yeah, Arnadel just hates them.
I can't sit right with that. I don't care what deals you're making. I want to attack him.
Respect,
with my stealth,
so sneaky.
it's a 25, 18 plus 7.
You are
Yeah.
so stealthy.
He does not notice you as you're creeping up behind him, and he's on his knees right now. So I mean, prime.
I imagine
time.
I imagine neither Kara nor Arnadel's eyes even remotely flicker. Would we even notice that?
Well, Kara's busy with her nails. And,
Just like,
so I'm gonna go with no.
Arnadel is very enraged. She's just too angry.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys wouldn't notice that much of a stealth
That's
roll either. I don't
so
think Montgomery
cool.
does either. While you're engaged, I'm gonna make that call.
Fuck yeah, that's
hits.
so cool.
So to hit, I got 17 plus 24.
Yeah, you find that heart, and you. What are you hitting with? I'm gonna give you max damage.
My short sword.
All right.
Yeah.
Driving in, boo. So maximum damage, and add your, what is it?
Plus 8 plus strength, 11.
That's exactly the number I needed to hear, +1. Woo! So as you, Monty, you are parlaying with this demon. All of a sudden, Bartleby just like writhes forward, and now all of your attention is drawn and focused in on Saye with her sword planted through this thing, and you can actually see the glistening point extend out of this black and twisted body, and it just looks down at it, and smoke begins to start pouring out of the wound, and you see his head like flops back, and it actually lulls Saye back far enough so you see the eyes like in his head and just that hatred, and the body begins to like more and more smoke comes out of it, and the darklings remaining even on the other side of the room are just like gasping as this is happening, and the figure in front of you begins to shrink smaller and smaller. It's like the more smoke that comes out of it, the smaller the form becomes, until you actually see now your sword almost pulls itself out till you see this little 6-inch demon body lying there on the ground, about the size of it was when it was in the bottle.
Kara's never felt more proud.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, as you pick it up, you feel a heartbeat. It's not dead, but he's definitely KO'd.
Alright. Where's that bottle?
Where is it, Arnadel?
Arnadel's pissed. I'm like, let me cut its head off. I want to rip it off with my own hands. Give it to me, Saye. Give it to me.
Oh my god.
Just put it in the bottle.
You give it to me?
I give it to you. I don't know, Montgomery. Our mission was to bring you back to the Sisters of Sorrow.
I literally want to rip its head off. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Oh my god.
I'm serious.
I'm gonna give this scene to you guys and determine what you want to do.
What do I need to roll to rip its head off?
You don't need to roll anything. You can absolutely.
I pull that shit like a Barbie doll. I want to pop that fucking head off, and then I want to fold its body 6 times over, and then I want to.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Jesus Christ!
I'm serious.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Bartleby's little body incinerates in a pile on the ground, and you get this sense of like finality.
And I'm gonna
and the darklings on both sides of this room are just fucking staring at you.
Kara's like, oh god, Arnie, it's a little bit overkill, don't you think?
Nope, I don't hear you. Now I finally understand what it's like to be in a barbarian rage. But I'm not even thinking about that. I needed that to happen. I almost
feels justice was served.
Arnadel's almost tempted to pee on its ashes. Like that's how fucking.
Jesus, Arnie's got some shit to work out.
Rage issues.
What are you channeling? Yeah. What are we really angry about?
I mean, that's what happens to the virgin elven warlock.
Oh
Arnie's
god.
totally harshing my mellow.
When she gets back, Martin is like,
No, Aaron.
No, it isn't.
Sorry.
Nobody needs to know. Arnadel's panting very heavily and kind of comes to and looks around at you guys, and she's like, well, that's all. Like she just kind of is like, okay, all right, I'm good. Yeah.
So, all of you are standing in the middle of this destroyed room. Darkling body is all around you. 2 clusters of them on either sides of the room. They're terrified, not doing anything. I think the 4 of you have some talking to do.
Ladies, introductions in just a moment. But let's see. And in Sylvan, I want to yell at all of the Darklings, get the fuck out of here and stay away from the breach by any means necessary.
Make an intimidate check.
Okay.
With advantage after that.
Yeah. Really? 4s. That's my magic number tonight.
All
2
about
4s?
that 4 tonight.
Wow.
A 4 and a 1. So
That's 4 4s.
Yeah, that's a 9.
It's okay. The ones to the north don't need much convincing at all, and they just kind of flank dip out. But the guards by this glowing door remain stolid. They're not taking any hostile action towards you, but they're just like uneasily looking at each other and all of you.
Okay. So Montgomery then turns back to the maidens and says, Montgomery Smith.
Hey, you're the guy.
I have been called the guy before, and you all are.
Arnadel's embarrassed by her outrage and just kind of is like, mumbles like, I'm Arnadel. Phil.
Pleasure to meet you, Arnadel.
Likewise.
Saya wants to give a very strong, firm handshake. I'm Saya.
Montgomery meets it and just, yes, pleasure to meet you as well. Sorry.
And I'm Kara. And she gives you a very firm handshake and pat on the shoulder. Which you think might have left a bruise.
He's, very lean and kind of just like, bows with it. So what is your mission here?
To get
find you.
Well, my mission isn't yet complete.
And what is your mission?
Well, my mission is to find out exactly what's behind this door over here.
Well, we still have a couple of hours left on our mission. We were given 24 hours to find you. So, ladies, what do you think?
I mean, we've got that wand of teleportation, right? We can just, like, boot pack or whatever.
Well,
I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah.
Kara,
Did you really give the dwarf the wand?
No.
Fuck
Oh,
no. I don't want to hold that shit.
Good. Just making sure.
What do you say? Dwarves can't do magic?
No, I know you, Kara. You don't like magic, so I will refuse to burden you with that. Montgomery,
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me while this conversation is happening?
Who?
You, Saye.
Oh.
Same. Just while this conversation, nothing interrupts you guys.
Oh, okay. So
Please onwards.
I have the wand. I usually handle all of the magic things, but Kara, thank you. Montgomery, we're only gonna use this wand as a last ditch resort if we're in like really dire straits. So I actually am totally down to help you find whatever you need to find.
Very good. Well, you were sent to find me by our mutual acquaintances, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, these are my
Sisters.
companions. We're super, super close. We've been adventuring together. We just now joined the Sisters of Sorrow. And this is our first mission together.
Oh, good. It's your first time out in the field. It's
Well, I mean, not really. It's not like we're amateurs.
Thank you for reassuring me. I would have never assumed that was the case.
Can I make an insight check? I feel like he's lying to me.
Totally.
I feel like he's trying to be nice.
Yeah. While this is all happening, Saye kind of goes a little. She like twists her head a little bit, like she's trying to listen for something. Make an additional, like make a religion check for understanding, Saye.
Meanwhile, we're just talking.
17.
Okay. So the sound of that ocean waves, that peaceful sense from before, when you were at the statue, it comes over you again, except this time it's a little bit frantic. You get the sense that something needs your help. This creature, this deity that you've been talking to, needs your help. And it's from behind these doors.
Okay. All right.
The glowy doors or the wooden doors?
The glowy doors.
Ooh.
Okay.
You get the sense of trapped.
Yeah.
Trapped.
Saya looks back at the group and says, we need to go behind those doors. And starts heading towards the glowing doors.
Okay.
I follow without saying anything.
I'll go where she goes.
Yeah, as you all kind of step forward, the darklings around the door just sort of look at each other again, and they actually part ways and stand on the other sides of the doors, watching you all fiercely as you approach the doors. And Saya, as you place your hand on the doors, there's this sense of magic that crawls all over it, and you can all actually see. So Arnadel, your detect magic goes whoop as you go. There's some kind of lock, something arcane on this door, keeping you from passing through.
Arcana check!
Yes.
Yes.
I will do one too.
What's 16 plus 6? 22?
Oh, never mind.
You get the sense that it's not so much that there's an enchantment on this door, but it's a magic door that needs some kind of key. So typically something like this is some particular, you don't see a keyhole. So it might be some kind of token or magic item or something.
Should we do, well, I relay all of this to you guys and verbally say, should we look at, like, I want to do it, maybe, like, who wants to do an investigation check?
Montgomery puts his finger up at this point and says, yes, there is a key of sorts to this door. It's held by the figurehead of this place, Silvar. Y'all familiar with him?
No, it's that silver dragonborn jerk guy.
Yes, all of those things, especially jerk guy, I agree with.
He's talking to Rem right now.
Oh, he's occupied. Very good.
That would prick your ears too, talking to Rem? What?
And
they're supposed to be having negotiation talks, some diplomatic shit or whatever. I don't know. They don't really tell us nothing.
Just Rem or the rest of them? The rest of the sisters?
Well, Rem, Kristoff, and I think Isolde. Are those the only three?
Yeah, those are the three. So the leaders of the Sisters of Sorrow.
Yeah.
The big three.
They're all here.
Yes.
Yup.
Oh, this is perfect then. If they're discussing things with him, then his amulet that unlocks this door should be held somewhere in his quarters upstairs.
Is that what the scaffolding leads to?
Yes. Ish. Right? Celeste?
Yeah.
Yes.
On your map, you know that the scaffolding, if you go up, it's been placed in the guest wing, the guest suite, which is directly next door to Silvar's personal rooms.
Perfect.
Ooh, okay, I'll go with you.
Adjacently.
I have fabulous stealth. Whoever.
Montgomery, what do you need from us? What's going to be the best plan of option?
Well, we need to we want to get through this door and find out exactly what's going on there. Now, I've got a little bit of a clue, but we really need to be sure of it. So, just like your intuition was saying, we have to get the lock or the key for the lock from upstairs. So, what do you think is the best way to do that? I have some scraps of map of his quarters and the hallways leading to it.
I believe I can stealth my way through and find it. If anyone wants to come with me, or if you want to just give me the map, I'll do it myself.
Maybe I should stay down here and make sure the coast is clear.
Yeah,
Sure.
the Darklings are eyeing you as you're saying this.
Saw it.
Good.
What do you want me to do?
You could come with just as backup, or at least let me take Patrick and have him be my eyes.
Okay. I'm happy.
Yeah, and
I
you can
think-
see through his eyes.
Yeah, I can, well, you're probably going to be out of range from my awakened mind. But Patrick can notify you of impending doom. Since I can see. Yeah, he'll let you know.
Okay. And then you could probably sense if he senses it too, can't you?
Yeah, then I can let everybody else know if we need to come up for help.
Okay. I'll take Patrick, I'll take your map bits, and then just before I leave, I want to put my hand to the door and just, I don't know, like, try and give a sense of, like, relief to the presence I feel on the other side. Like, we're coming. We're almost there.
Sorry. You get that yeah.
Monty, smacks her hand away from the door when she tries to make this, like, lovely, like, I'm going to commune with you. He slaps it away. He says, are you kidding me? Do you have any idea what's in there?
No, but I know it needs my help.
Arnadel's upset. She looks at Montgomery haughtily and is like, yo, take it easy. Because it's my friend.
I appreciate that you're here to help, but you really need to understand what's behind these doors. What do you think is behind these doors?
Well, if we need to understand, why don't you tell us? Saya screams out.
Thank you for the invitation. What's behind these doors is perhaps an ancient elemental evil deity. Are you familiar with those?
Yeah, I speak primordial.
I mean, knowledge check.
So no, Saya, you've got all this from knowledge before.
Okay, then, why? What about it?
Well, there's one of them behind here. Let me guess, it's been talking to y'all sweetly?
Yes.
Yes, it's been saying, oh, I'm the poor element of water being trapped. Yes, I've never done anything bad.
No, it's not necessary.
Oh my God,
I'm aware of its power.
Its power, yes.
Celeste, I need you to look at the camera.
I see you, Brittany.
Is that the same thing? Do I need to roll to see if what Montgomery is saying resonates with the lonely door? The loneliness door?
It is not the same creature.
Okay.
The thing you felt behind that door was alien.
Okay.
Different.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Saya is the only one who really knows what the feeling of this thing is.
So, if you're after whatever's behind this door, why would you try to stop me?
We need to get beyond it, but we don't need to worship what's beyond it. We need to be pragmatic.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm going now.
Awakened mind. Sadia,
So,
trust your intuition.
This is Jedi Obi-Wan shit.
Be yourself because everyone else was taken.
I should have, there's regret in Arnadel's tone. I should have trusted my intuition. Trust yours.
I would just like to remind everyone, if Montgomery won't say it, he is one of the spy masters for the Sisters of Sorrow. So if there's anyone you want to sneak around with,
Probably him.
you have a pretty good sense that would be a good choice.
Then come with me.
Very well.
I mean, I didn't need to ask. I said I was going. He could have offered.
That's true. We don't know
Welcome to
Montgomery very well.
Welcome to the Maidens' first episode with a guest. They're sassy as fuck.
This
This is what happened when Martin joined our group. We were like, oh, really?
It's actually, and that was me talking to them, so
Yeah.
they're totally about the same.
Our sisterhood is strong.
Yes.
We're
True.
very wary.
Our loyalty is to each other.
All right.
Admirable. Montgomery
That's
says,
right.
if you wish for me to accompany you, then that's fine. I could also be of service here, convincing these darklings what they may or may not be witnessing.
Oh, I know.
She just
Up in the air.
What happened, Sage?
Sorry, you just
she's shaking her axe up in the air. She says, "Oh, I know what I'll be convincing them of."
The darklings kind of shrink. They don't understand you, but they see you brandishing the axe. All right. So who's staying? Who's going? We need to decide.
I'm staying. Arnadale's hands off Alistar Fitzpatrick to Sawyer and says, "You both please be careful."
Will do. Sawyer's also really excited that Patrick is like on her shoulder. She's like, "Oh god, I've been waiting for this."
Ara's relieved that the pseudo dragon is going and that she is staying.
Yeah. He like grabs onto the ends of your hair a little bit. It's like kind of uncomfortable, but he's still figuring it out.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's really heavy. You actually don't know how Arnadale like carries him all the time.
It's like
so
when moms carry their children. You're like, how the fuck are you carrying that 10-year-old on your hip?
Okay. So who's going? Who's staying? Yeses or nos?
I'm staying.
Okay.
Staying.
Monty?
Going.
Going?
Sure.
Yes,
right.
you're going.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go with the going team.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all start to make your way up the scaffolding. It is precarious. It is made for bodies that are smaller than you as you're going, making your way up. So it's taking a little bit of time as you're going. And you make your way up the 20 feet and you emerge into a dark, dark room. So Monty, you would know that this is typically the like guest of honor quarters, right? But the windows have been drawn over with these thick, heavy curtains, and the room is just in complete disrepair. It's as if somebody just decided, we're going to excavate in the middle of this room, and it has been shut off ever since, and kept like a big old fucking secret from the rest of the manor, right? And just completely dark as you walk in. So both of you don't have dark vision.
Oh boy.
Humans!
Nope.
I light up my little ball of fire.
All right, so you have a little 5-foot glow. And you see now it's like the master bed and the cabinets have just been shoved by uncaring hands into one side of the room, and there's just this like shitty dust mine hole in the middle, right? Yeah.
My pseudo dragon has dark vision. Can it help in any way?
I mean, it can see, but it doesn't understand No.
Okay.
You can see in the room, but we can't.
Yeah, and while this is going on below, the darklings are still like staring at Kara. Like just you brandishing your axe is enough for them to be like, no.
Yeah, she's given them the stink eye.
Man, they're so scared. After everything that's happened today, you're amazed they're still standing, quite honestly.
Do you speak Sylvan, Arnadale?
I do not. I speak Elven, Draconic, Primordial, and Common.
Jeez.
Oh, dang. Okay.
There's no shared language.
Yeah. You don't speak Sylvan, do you, Kara?
It's amazing I speak anything.
I don't need to speak. I
speak the language of anger and rage.
Minimal, common, barely Dwarven.
Montgomery, to answer your question,
she's illiterate.
Arnadale has awakened mind, so whatever thing she says doesn't need to have a language commonality. She can speak to people and they'll understand. They just can't speak back.
So, I mean, you can maybe work things out with these darklings.
I plan on it. I totally.
All right, we're gonna jet back. So, Sawyer and Montgomery. So you're stalking your way through this ruined room. You have no idea where the darklings went. It's like because they were all fleeing up here. It's like they've suddenly disappeared, maybe into the shadows. And Monty, that doesn't actually surprise you. These things have a tendency of disappearing and reappearing at strange times and places. The nature of the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way over to the set of double doors, and you have to kick out a lot of rubble and debris. As you do so, it's like the doors have been piled up, so somebody didn't want people coming in. So you kick your way out, and you see a long stretch of hallway out in front of you with few doors leading off to your right. But immediately, as you walk into this hall, a young serving woman holding a tray of linens just like screams at both of you as you come suddenly out of this dark room. What are you doing here? You don't have permission to be in these quarters. Help! And you have a moment before she starts screaming, help.
Hold person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh, hold person?
Hold person. Okay.
Can you still do that after burning your key points?
Yeah, I have a certain number of key points. I didn't burn that many.
Okay, sweet.
How many do I have left? I think I have 3 left. So yeah, now after doing it, I burned my key points.
Okay. That was a 15 save?
Yeah.
Okay. So she like throws the tray on the ground, and as you like reach out a hand towards her, she seems to like push and keep going back. She's like, "You're dark witches! You're dark witches!" And she begins to like move and just start bolting off down the hall.
Get her.
Monty, anything you would like to do?
Let's see. I would like to.
She made her save. Amazingly, she rolled a 19.
God damn it.
She has a +1, but so Bartleby can't roll for shit, but apparently the servant girls really on point here.
Yeah,
they're having
really
a
on
good
point
night.
in Bastard's Breach.
I would like to use silent image to make a wall appear in front of her, just to buy us a turn or two, because hopefully Salye can get her.
Yeah. So yeah, as you conjure
Chicken
silent
boy.
image, she like moves up against the wall, and you find now she's like, her eyes are wide, and she's just completely panicked as she's like looking at it and like turns back towards you. She's like, "Stay away from me! Stay away from me!" And just like backing up with her hands like against this fake wall that she completely believes is real.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to take out my rope of climbing, and I whisper to it.
Okay. We've established that your rope of climbing moves very slowly, and she's about 30 feet away from you. As much as I appreciate the whisper, is there anything you would like to do in a more urgent capacity?
I don't want to hurt her.
I mean,
Chokehold.
You have
You
a
can do non-lethal damage.
You have
Yeah,
a pseudo
exactly.
dragon that has poison damage.
That would be lethal.
Familiars can't attack.
Yes,
All
they
right.
can.
No, they can't.
Mine totally attacks.
I'll try to do a sleeper hold.
Let's table this conversation because we've only got 30 minutes. All right.
Try to do a sleeper hold.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll to attack.
Yeah, that's 26.
You totally do it. Commoners have like 2 or 3 HP. And you're like, I'm so sorry. And you like cover her mouth and just like, and like kick her down on the ground. So she is unconscious and gonna wake up with a big old headache.
Yeah,
You're
sorry.
okay. And so immediately there's this door to your right that you know traveling a little bit down the hallway, which would belong to Silvar.
All right, towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As you guys open it up, you open up into a grand master's suite. Everything around you just drips with lavish wealth and power, like ridiculous amount of wealth that he has put into his chambers, like ostrich feathers like above the bed and carved like wood of extinct trees for the headboard, like this kind of shit. Heads of exotic animals mounted along the walls. And at this point, Montgomery, you're not sure exactly where this amulet was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could make investigation checks, both of you, to try and find it, that'd be
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Fan out.
good. Search around. There's lots of plush pillows everywhere.
Is it perception?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Because you're looking through things and around things.
Only 11 for me.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So yeah, you both start like overturning pillows and furs, like looking around. And Montgomery, you actually notice that behind this elaborate tapestry of a silver dragon in flight over a kingdom on a hillside, there is a door. Secret door. So you pop the door. And, it leads you into this small room with this elegantly carved desk that seems to be made of ivory. Fucking ivory, an entire desk. And all these little bookshelves and everything cram the walls. And you go in immediately, like, check the desk, and there it is, this carved box that has these symbols of, like, wave motifs upon it. It's just sitting there, unlocked in the bottom drawer, as you almost just suspected, because the arrogance of this person.
Only a schmuck would put it.
Only a schmucko.
The worst at hiding things.
And you see, actually carved around the box when you find it, there is this set of runes around it, and you recognize them strangely as being Sylvan. And yeah, as you read them, you notice a shitty lock on the box that looks like it's been added after. But before you deal with that, the runes seem to say, only one of the blood may use what is contained within.
I'll repeat that for Sawyer.
It means nothing to me. Can I make a knowledge or like?
I'm not really even sure. I mean, the box said it was written in Sylvan.
Yeah.
So one of the blood that could be, I don't know, any race that speaks Sylvan. Fae. Is what comes to mind here.
Okay.
So the box is locked.
Well, give us just a minute here, and I want to pick the lock on the box.
Oh my gosh, someone with proficiency in thieves' tools. It's crazy.
I have proficiency in thieves' tools. It's called an axe.
Oh, I was like, what you do? Yeah. That's that. My expectations were high. Damn.
All right. Boom. Yeah, that'll do. So 15 plus double 21?
Yeah. This was like an added on extra shitty lock. You just pick the shit out of it and it like flies off the box. And as you open up the thing inside, you see this black velvet layer and this very simple looking like bronze amulet that just lies in this. It's almost the size of a coin, and it's just on a leather cord that lies in the box. But immediately as you open the box, Montgomery, you get this like repulsion, this sense of like, I don't want to touch it, like reaction.
Ugh.
Yeah, it just feels ooky.
Do I get that?
No, you don't.
Yes, by all means. And he offers the box to Sawyer. Says, you did such a commendable job when dealing with Bartleby down there. Please accept this so we can get through that door.
Okay. She is a little confused why he didn't just like take it and start like heading. So I want to do a perception.
Sure. Or do you mean an insight to sense his motive?
Insight, yeah, that's it. Oh, no. That's a 6.
Yeah, he's like offering it to you. I mean, it's pretty cool of him. Like, you saved him, and now he's like offering you the treasure. That's sweet.
Saya is like
What a
so full of
gentleman.
hope and trust. Everyone is just always telling the truth to her. She's had such a good life.
Yeah, you grew up in a cloistered monastery. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, the demon is trapped in a bottle. Yeah, let it out. Of course. Something's trapped behind a door. Let it the fuck out. What's there to worry about? All right,
Yeah.
she takes the amulet. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you take it in your hands. It feels really cool against your palm.
How pleasant.
Yeah, and you take it with you, and you guys backtrack your way.
Okay.
This whole time down below, the darklings have not been offering any kind of resistance to you. Arnadel and Kara.
Cool. She's just kind of like pacing around the room because she's like getting bored.
Yeah. Oh god, when Kara gets bored.
Oh
Okay.
man, you better watch out.
I'm gonna be gone
You
for
probably
like
will cry because Kara's barbarian. It's gonna skin your hide.
1 minute, but if you guys want to talk in character as you all get back down to that one level, I just have to pee really, really, really quick.
Yeah, actually, same. Going to the bathroom.
Okay.
I think, you know,
2-minute
actually,
bathroom break.
Yeah,
everybody.
I gotta do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kara's singing, you better watch out, you probably will cry, cause Kara the barbarian's gonna skin your hide. Kara Ember Thunder
Sing us
Clan. Oh, now I have no one to talk to, and I'm just here by myself, and it's kind of awkward. But I have my whiskey, and that's what counts. It's fuel to keep Kara going. Oh, yes. The Darklings as henchmen are totally going to be cannon fodder. They probably are cannon fodder. I won the game! Yes, thank you, Blakery. Blakery and Batman. You are here, Ian. I see you. That's true, you are here, but you're like the Watcher in the dark. You're the one who watches the Watchman.
Watcher in the dark, I guess. Sure. Hi, Blake Ryan Batman. You're one of my favorite tweeterers. This is Rudy.
How's the chat going tonight?
Oh, it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
We've
Oh,
talked
man.
about so many things like Castlevania and
Oh,
Yes.
and a great many things. It's been fun. Yes, thank you all on Twitch who enjoy the chat with me.
Yes.
And, it gives me life.
All right. You ready to bring it home, everybody?
Do it.
Oh!
All right. So you're all back down below. Oh, we gotta wait for Britt.
Oh, these extra long games. So nice.
Yeah,
I know when we get to play like a full 3 hours like a normal party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still like, oh my god, what if we run out of time? I'm freaking out.
My roommates are currently away playing D&D at another
Aw.
place. Yeah.
Oh, we've talked some about Curse of Strahd as well. That's come up.
All right, everybody.
We did it.
Okay. So you're all down below now. You have this mysterious amulet that all of you, when Saya gets close to you, you see her holding the amulet, and you all feel the sense of repulsion as she's close to all of you. And there's like whatever she's holding in her hands, not a comfortable sense. And the darklings are just staring openly at you.
Arnie,
Saya.
I don't like it. What is it?
What's wrong, everyone? Jeez.
Arnadel just kind of casually like flips on detect magic real quick just to take a glance.
Saya is holding a magical token. It's not incredibly magical, but it seems like it's a repulsion or a protection of some kind. Something that you think it's like a basic protection spell. You're like, oh, keep out X kind of creatures, right?
Okay. Cool.
Some kind of enchantment like that is on it.
You don't need me to make like an Arcana check to I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something about Saya
gets it.
She gets to hold it.
Yeah. I relay that to Sage.
That's weird.
To Kara, sorry.
Is it because they're human?
Monty
like looking at all of you like, what is wrong with everyone?
Backed up like 5 feet away. He's not quite like, but he's definitely a little like.
Yeah, Monty also seems to be affected by it, and Monty is human.
I see. Mm-hmm. Well, then I got nothing. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
No, is no one answering me?
No, but the door's in front of you.
What was the question?
I'm just like, what's wrong with everyone? Should I just do it? Should I just?
I told you, or I guess I loudly spoke to Kara, like why you were cool with this token.
Okay, I mean, I don't see why you'd be scared of it. It's just looks like a necklace to me, but okay.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The darklings are openly staring at you.
So yeah, I think you're the chosen one. I think you should just.
You may not want to be the chosen of that thing behind that door. That's a bit of what I was getting at earlier, and then we got diverted. So, ancient, primordial, evil, elemental deity, water, maybe on the other side of there. So we need to be aware of that. And if you want to be its chosen, that's fine.
It's probably better than being against it.
I rolled an 18 for insight check on Montgomery.
Montgomery's been telling you true, but you get the sense that there's something about the amulet that he hasn't told you. But he's been only speaking the truth to you. Okay. He seems like a very reliable person on your side.
Arnadil remains silent.
All right. Well, Saya's like, well, if your goal is to get to the other side, we don't really have a choice.
Yeah, we're like the chicken who crossed the road.
What?
All right. Saya. Yeah,
so wherever it seems like the amulet needs to go, she like comes closer to the door with it.
Yeah. As you come close to the door, this glowing blue light begins to grow brighter, to the point the other darklings, as the light increases, they actually scurry and back away into the shadows in the corners of the room. And this set of doors flows open, and you all begin to immediately hear the sounds of rushing water coming from inside of this room. And as you step forward and see what's happening, everything in the room is sort of aglow with this bluish kind of light. And you see this large circular chamber, and hovering, definitely by magic, in the center of it seems to be this humanoid body. This woman who seems to be almost completely made out of water. But you can see these fins protruding from her head and shoulders. And she is suspended in the air by what looks like metal piping that has just been shoved violently, like, into her stomach and her sides and her shoulders and her head. And the piping seems to be leading, like, towards the walls in this twisted pattern. And you can hear the running of water viciously moving through the pipes. And as you look at the woman, her head is hung low, like she's passed out. And there's this strange metal, it looks like a harness of some kind, is the only way to describe it. All these jagged metal bits that have been assembled to create this kind of cage structure that seems to be like suffocating the rib cage and compressing everything as you're looking at it. And Arnadil, you immediately see that this cage about her is just glowing with this insanely powerful magic that seems to be traveling through all of these pipes, filtering out of her. The woman in the center sort of like kind of lulls her head back and forth, and then like raises her. You can barely see because it's all composed of water. She just sort of casts a gaze towards all of you, and like sinks her head back down like she's too weak to speak.
This is how they're getting their water. They've trapped this elemental. And she looks at Montgomery as she asks this. This is where it's coming from.
That's fucking evil as shit.
Yeah, this is fucked.
This is awful. I don't care what this elemental does. This is not right.
This is disgusting on many levels, without a doubt.
I want to figure out how to fucking get it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you see that, Arnadel, you clearly see that it's something to do with the magic on this, this, like, cage corset thing that she's been wrapped in. That's definitely the most powerful thing in this room. It's one of the most powerful artifacts you've ever actually seen.
Does she look like the figure that was in the panels?
She does.
Okay.
You recognize that immediately.
Does Arnadel I mean, I already know I'm out of spell slots, but is this like way over Arnadel's head?
Yeah, you would need to cast like Identify or something to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I don't even know that.
With this.
Perhaps Montgomery does.
Perhaps.
Yeah, do we all three turn to you? So not like at the same time, just like
pretty much like, well, you're the expert here.
Yeah. You know what we want. We want to set this free.
Well, if this is the point of contention, and he reaches into his tailcoat and pulls out a wand, and begins to gesture it up at it, and then passes it over to you, Arnadel. Says, yes, right there, where you thought. Go ahead, pick it out.
All right. So you cast Identify, springs from the wand upon this artifact. You immediately get the sense of just twisted chaos as you look at this thing. And this is an artifact so powerful, you don't think anybody in the world could make it. You think probably a god would have had to made this. So you determine the exact nature of whatever this is. So this thing, you don't know if there's any other like it in creation, but you get the sense, a harness of earthly binding. So something about this forces any material form to be bound. The only way to remove it is by removing the soul of a creature. That's the only thing that can free anything trapped by this device. This is one of the most powerful caging abjuration things you've seen. Enough so that you recognize this creature in the center of it is supremely magical, maybe even akin to a god. And this harness has been built, and it's this weird, corrupted, strange magic. You don't think any human creature, any humanoid creature, could have even generated the power to make this thing. Certainly not Sylvar. Something else is at play here. And as you go and you get the sense on this device, Saye, you begin to hear a whispering, a voice, like a choked sadness. That like breeze of the ocean comes over you one more time, but it's weak and it's faint. Oh my god, my cat's so angry. She's sorry, I broke a moment. This
okay, it's a
voice,
powerful moment.
Yeah, this voice that's weak and it's faint and it says to you, "Sorry, I need you to let me in. Let me speak." And you feel like this choking sound, like breath is barely able to come. Let me speak to you. I need you to say yes.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You gotta say yes.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Please.
Slayer really wants to. Oh, she wants to. It's hard for her
Child
to.
of Maheen, I see you. I know you. Please speak to me as your mother once did.
Oh my god.
Can Arnadel since I understand, like,
this is all in Saya's head.
Oh fuck, man, I'm crying too.
Okay.
Maheen, she says, the voice of your mother over and over again.
Oh god.
Child, please.
Saya's eyes are just like welling up and tears are now streaming. She just says, okay, and just says yes.
Alright, and we're taking ourselves out of time. And suddenly, Saya, you find yourself standing on a primordial beach with tidal waves all around you. It's almost like everything around you is a two-dimensional image, like you saw in that panel from before. And a proud, tall, elemental figure stands before you. I am sorry. I could not speak to you in the flesh. My power is drained by this thing. And she looks down at herself, and even in this vision that seems more to you like a dream than anything else, you see this caged, bronzed thing wrapped around her. Child, I see you as your mother once saw you, and you are growing strong in our power. You are the only one who could free me from this. You must take my soul into yourself to free me from this thing, for I would rather die on this plane than be subject to those demon fae's will for one more moment.
How am I the one who can help you? What would happen to me?
Your power is not as your mother's was, but it is strong. Take me into yourself, and then my material form can depart from the cage, and I will reform in my own plane, and I will return to reward you, child. Please, kill me by taking my soul. Kill me.
All right, she wants insight.
Sure.
That's 9.
Okay. She is telling you the absolute, honest, certain truth, and you know it. She knows your mother and knows everything about you, and you feel so connected to her in some ancient way that you don't understand.
Okay. Then she says yes.
And time, we jump back into time. Sage is so muted. She's screaming on the other
I'm not actually muted. I'm just trying to keep the fuck quiet.
And we jump back into time. And as you're all standing there and Saya is wide-eyed looking at the figure before her, you see the woman burst. Her watery form parts and begins to like fill the room, and you see this glowing blue light just jump into Saya immediately. And Saya, you begin to feel this cold sensation of the deep, deep ocean filling you, filling every part of you. And it's so powerful and wonderful, but then it becomes to be too much. It's too much, and you feel the ice moving through your veins and your heart, and you actually begin to feel your lungs filling up with water as you can't take the great amount of power of this thing that is trying to exist inside of you. And water is bursting through the room, and you see the pipes explode and this harness drop onto the ground with this earth-shattering cry. And all of you see Saya's head fall backwards, and water begins to squirt out of her mouth as she's going, and her eyes are dripping water, and you see her ricocheting back and forth and falls to the ground as water begins to pour out of her mouth. And Saya, you go unconscious as you're drowning.
Oh my god! This is so epic!
Brutal.
The walls begin to shake with the force of water. As these pipes have exploded, you begin to hear water somewhere from up above. You don't know where it was going, but everything is being disrupted, and water is beginning to crack and pour through the seams on the floor, and your friend is drowning here on the ground. What would you like to do? Yes, Arnadel.
I'm not even asking questions. I go and gather everyone as quickly as possible and use the wand to transport ourselves back to the Sisters of Sorrow.
Okay. I need everybody to roll a d4 for me. As
Me
the
too?
wands. Yep.
I got a 2.
3.
I also got a 2.
Okay.
I'm like so serious right now. Oh my god.
All right.
This is like some real shit. Oh my
That's some
god.
real shit right there.
As
Super.
Zarya, you hold the wand aloft above your head and you feel the incantation like pour over all of you, and you all begin to feel your senses tingle and that familiar sense of teleportation. You all wake up in different places. One of you, so Kara, you see a jungle breach ahead of you, up above these canopied palms all around you. And Arnadel, you find yourself laying on a beach in
Even
the
though we
middle of
both got a 2?
somewhere. Yeah,
Oh.
just the waves kind of lapping at your feet. Montgomery, you find yourself on a snowy mountain around, and an old memory comes to you and like, fuck, not again. And then Saye, the first thing you see when you open your eyes is the face of this tanned woman standing over you as you flicker back and you feel your throat is burning as if you've been choking or like behind you, and you actually roll over to your side and the first thing you do is puke up a bunch of seawater. And this woman talks to you in a language that you don't understand as you're looking, and you look down at your hands and you feel so cold. Something is different. Something has happened to you. You have received the blessing of water. And things are going to be a little bit different for you.
Ooh.
Oh.
But you feel
Intriguing.
that presence that was inside of you has gone. And you're not sure what happened, but this woman standing up above you is just terribly concerned and babbling at you in this strange language. You're like, I'm so sorry. I don't understand. But a couple things have changed for you.
Okay.
You can now breathe underwater.
Oh
my god!
You
Dream.
Skills, motherfucker!
You speak and understand Aquan.
Awesome.
You can stand and walk across liquid surfaces.
What? Oh my god!
You're like
You know what?
fucking Jesus
All
Christ.
right,
Actually, a
Jesus.
monk ability. I would have gained that way further down the road.
Oh,
but
fine.
That's tight. That's tight.
Oh
No,
man.
that would have been like level 9 though. So you're like 4 levels ahead.
I mean,
You
that's
have,
really power right there. Oh my god.
You have a certain amount of charges that you can spend to cast a bunch of these water spells. I'll give those to you. Water elementals will listen to you when you command.
You're gonna have all the water weird.
So you have been touched by the elemental princess of the waves. And as you kind of regain consciousness and think over again in your mind, thank you, child of Mahin. You shall rise stronger than before. A whisper comes to you. And that's where we're ending game for today.
Now we gotta fight fucking daddy.
Oh my god, you guys.
That got really real.
Where the fuck are you all?
I'm in fucking Bora Bora, about to enjoy a joyous vacation.
I'm pretty glad I ended up on a beach. That's tight.
I don't know where I am. There's just a woman talking to me in some weird language.
It's like you're in a hut of some kind.
Montgomery,
somewhere.
I think I know where you are.
On a mountain. About to
In the
learn how to
snow.
ski.
All right,
snowboarding adventure.
The land of the ice and snow. And
thank you, everyone, for listening to this extra super duper double feature of Venture Maidens with our awesome guest, Paul Harpring. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're so glad to get you in a game. And you know what, everybody, you've been great, and you're the greatest. And venture away, everybody.
Wait a second. We have some shit to plug.
Oh, yes. Let us plug the things.
Since it was my motherfucking birthday and I just turned 30, I'm going to say what up to a couple of motherfucking podcast or iTunes reviewers. We've got Ryan Harrington, who left amazing review on our iTunes. It was lovely. I'm more into these like usernames because I think those are clever as fuck. Puffin Boy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I mean, most of the reviews are lovely and sweet, but like Puffin Boy is like half a sentence of like I spit something through my nose. I don't even remember it, and plus the like Puffin Boy.
Good shit. Good
awesome.
shit.
Good shit. Also, this is actually really big news. Celeste and I are going to be at the Gen Con in August, we're representing Venture Maidens as well as our network, Don't Split the Podcast Network, and you guys need to come say what up. We're cosplaying, motherfuckers, and we're happy to answer all of your questions. So you should definitely, if you're going to be at Gen Con, look for us so we can say hi. We're super charismatic. We'll make this, like, awesome.
Yeah. All right. Saying. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, so much. And we'll tweet all the news. And thank you. And venture away again. Venture away.
Venture away.
Venture away. To a pineapple under the sea.